Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening to some of you out in the East Coast. Here we are into the playoff season, the 5PL, the 5-Pin Universe Team Pro League. First week of playoffs. Pretty excited action. Daryl Bradley alongside Greg Gigliak, Tyler Titgat, and Megan Gallicano. How we doing, crew? All-star booth in here, playoff bound worthy. So how we doing? Megan, let's start with you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Honestly, I'm really just blown away at how fast the whole season's gone. Honestly, like it feels like the first match was a couple weeks ago, and here we are, playoff ready.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it? That's we made it. We made it through 19 weeks with not many glitches. Obviously, a few along the way, but yeah. And here we are into playoff season. Obviously, schedules are going to get kind of crazy. We had to mix mash a little bit of the playoff schedule together, and once the teams made it, we get everybody together and start talking about what date would work. Obviously, we normally play on a Sunday morning, but here we are Monday night, fresh off of a green and gold. Tyler, you had a sixth place in green and gold. Hey, how you feeling?
Good. I mean, we jumped from 17th to 6th, so it was definitely a better second day. Not that our first day was bad. I mean, Matt and I were playing with a 16 handicap, so I don't know. Can't be too mad about it.
Yeah, but you played just fine yourself on Sunday. I'm sure we'll get to that and hear lots about your new record-breaking thing. But Greg, you were saying that green and gold, you were just looking to make it back onto the first page.
That's exactly it. I got to bowl with my daughter Rose, and we had a good time. That was her last year as a green, and last year she bowled with Bev, so kind of made it the family event. And so now next year, I can't believe my little girl is going to be a gold bowler. We're crying out loud. It's how fast the time goes. You talk about the season going by fast. Boy.
A lifetime.
She was just learning how to bowl. So
yeah,
I like the idea of this NMB, Monday Night Bowling. So I think that could catch on too.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, never know when you need to play. Well, and pretty exciting nights here tonight. Obviously, here's a little bit of a recap. We have the Toppler Roses playing the Rock and Rollers in one game. The winner of this game would then move on and play the Motor City Mayhem in 2 games. We did establish that the tiebreaker rule. If the first match goes 4-4, we'll play a full game again. So hopefully that doesn't put a wrinkle into the schedule, but an extra game. But so be it. That's C5 rules. It's fair to the teams. You've played all season long. I know last year we had mentioned a 9th and 10th rule. I think that's pretty harsh to come down to a 9th and 10th. So we'll get it back at it. So. Anyways, excited to see this. Let's bring in the managers. We'll have lots of time to talk as we go along. I know Stacy and Shane are patiently waiting, as are their teams. So let's bring them into the stream and see how they're doing. And there we are, gang.
Hey, folks.
How you doing, Shane, Stacy, Shane, thanks. I know it's a little bit later, so it's 8:30 out there in the rock time, but a little bit later in nighttime. What, everybody been there for a couple of hours, or what's warm-up look like?
We all got here 8 o'clock, 10-2. I set up and the team through, so we're good to go.
Nice and good to go. And Stacy, obviously 5 o'clock here, Mountain Standard Time in Calgary. Some people just getting off work, kind of moving in and kind of maybe coming in hot and ready to play a playoff game. But at the end of the day, it's playoffs, isn't it? So how's the team feeling?
Good. Everybody's here. Well, Tracy Holder's not here. She's out of town tonight. But everybody was here. I mean, Parker, Rich, Cello, Pam were all playing at Green and Gold this weekend. So, they're ready to go. Maybe a little bit stiff today, but they're all ready to go. We all bowl Monday nights anyways. So...
You do. Well, there you go. Good. Let's fire away with lineups. Shane, as the 5 seed, can you give us your lineup first?
Yeah, sure. So Brandon Tibbs is going to lead off for us. I'll go second. Katie Wells is third. Brandon Smith fourth, and Brad Glenn will bowl fifth. We have Mitchell Williams and Courtney Lucas available to sub in.
Perfect. And Stacy, how about your lineup?
First off, Parker Anderson. Second, Rich Weber. Third, Jennifer Smith. Fourth, Kevin Holdsworth. Fifth, Daryl Wood. And on the bench will be Pamela Wilson and Marcello. And like I said, no Tracy. So.
No Tracy. Well, a couple of solid-looking lineups there, guys. Obviously, playoff worthy. So we're looking forward to some fireworks here to start with. So Other than that, we'll let you go and let you get into the action. Good luck to you.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's
Best of
good to go,
luck,
Daryl.
Daryl.
We just had a string break.
Good luck, guys.
You're good
Yeah,
now?
this is
So we're good.
this is game 7 here, gang. So
It is.
winner takes all.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Play well.
Right on. Love it. All right. We'll let them out of the room there. Shane's disconnected. We'll add our stream in. We'll put that to there. And let's just fire. I'm not sure if Brandon just took off and just started there, if that was a start, or if he was waiting for a lineup there. I think, okay, that must have been just waiting for Shane to come back. So,
I was gonna say there's no arrows up on the screen, so I don't think they're playing.
Yeah,
yet.
I think they're just warming up still.
why don't we do this roster? Megan, can you give me the full roster for the Rock and Rollers, please?
Absolutely. The Rock and Rollers, Shane Chafe, Brandon Tibbs, Brad Glenn, Brandon Smith, Mitchell Williams, Courtney Lucas, and Katie Wells.
And Mr. Gigliak, please.
Okay, for the Toppler Roses, Parker Anderson, Rich Weber, Jennifer Smith, Kevin Holdsworth, Pamela Wilson, Marcello Jurczyk, Daryl Wood, and Tracy Holdsworth.
Perfect.
Managed by Stacy Weber.
Stacey, good to go. You betcha. Let's just do a look at this little graph.
Pretty
Got
close.
goosebumps from that.
Gotta have something for the playoff worthy, right? So,
And it just goes to show how evenly matched these teams are.
And we're off with a strike. Holy.
Yeah.
That is one way to start your playoff run, I would say.
That's the only way to start.
Yes, sir. And you were saying, Megan, they are very evenly matched.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't be surprised at a 4-4 split at some point.
We haven't had one yet this year. I don't know if we should knock on wood or not.
This would not be the time to have one, but it'd be exciting,
Probably
that's
not.
for sure.
For us, at least.
Yeah, that's right.
So Brandon just a touch off the middle,
Yeah,
but covers it, no
you haven't
problem there.
you got the spare.
Megan, can you tell us a little bit about Plaza for us Westerners? How has that center been playing this year?
Yeah, actually, I find that Plaza has been scoring really, really well. If you throw the ball with any amount of rotation on it, you're typically scoring pretty well up there. We hosted our provincial championships up there in March and had some pretty incredible bowling take place there. So one, due to the quality of bowlers that we have out here in Newfoundland, but also Plaza definitely is probably the best scoring house out of the St. John's metro area at present.
Is it
For everybody coming to Masters, they can look forward to that.
Is it a house that a harder ball would work better than a slower ball, or is it pretty even for most?
I'd say that it's relatively even, though you'll typically see like the corner pins falling a bit more for the faster balls. But I find if you have rotation on and hit the side at all, 9 times out of 10, you're getting a strike.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. But it's a very big center, 36 lanes there. So it's hosting the majority of the Masters Nationals hosted here in July.
Yeah, exciting.
That's very exciting. Now Toppler is off to a very hot start. I don't know if it's you guys or just my camera maybe, but their glitches make it seem like they're just rifling those balls down the lane.
Yeah.
It's the fastest frame in bowling I've ever seen.
Definitely the way you want to start off a playoff match, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to kind of get a good foundation going and command control of the match.
Well, and when you've got the support down below that, takes some pressure off the lead-offs and that type of thing. It's a team event and you've got support around you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Rock and Rollers also have a great start as well.
Yeah.
Interesting fact here for you guys. Last match, when they played each other in week 5, match 2. Rock and Rollers won 7-1. It was a 1280 to 1246 match that they played.
40.
Good match, yeah.
What's that? 34 pins and they took 7 points. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You betcha.
I actually remember that match. I believe I was doing some commentary, and it was an incredible match. Actually, very close for the entire game.
Brad Glynn had a 325 and Brandon Smith had a 343.
Wow.
For the Rock. For the Roses, Kevin Holdsworth had a 276, Marcello had a 268, and Daryl Wood had a 299. The other 2 spots for the Roses were subbed, and the 2-hole, which Shane was subbed out for the Rock.
It looks like both teams are off to a pretty loose start here. Throwing the ball well, really well.
Greg, you probably played the most with Kevin. Are you surprised to see him playing 4 instead of 5?
I am. I'm actually surprised that he's not in 1.
Really? Oh, interesting.
I figured Parker would be a number 1 for sure.
Absolutely. Parker's a great number 1. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know when I had coached with Kevin and coached Kevin and that, he was, because of his upbeat and that type of stuff, so into the match, and that he was a natural leadoff bowler for us. So, but I him again with these teams. There's so much talent on all the teams. I don't think there's any one spot that you don't have someone that couldn't play well in any one position.
Absolutely.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Roses have played with Daryl in the anchor position for the majority of the season, actually, and he's done quite well.
Good reason to leave him there.
Yep, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Katie covers
Yeah,
her
we've got
half.
this
Looks
little,
like they-
little stat here. If you guys ever wanted to look at that, you can see there sort of what their, season long sort of scores look like. Kind of some interesting looking stats up there for both of the teams if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Smitty liked that one. He looked like he was maybe looking away from it. But down he goes with a double, matching Kevin's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and both teams off to an absolutely fire start here.
Yeah. 1 open each and 2 frames.
1 open each.
Yeah.
Exactly what
This
we
is when
expect out of a playoff match.
Absolutely.
2
This
doubles,
is when the
4
palms
strikes
start to
going
sweat.
in. Yeah. The key is going to be those shots on the doubles are always key, right?
Very much so.
You kept us in suspense there. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot by Parker there.
Yeah, no suspense there. Out of his hand, you can see it was money.
Yeah. That right pocket for him is just so strong.
So just for any new people or somebody that might be watching out there, the rules and how this works is there's 8 points up for grabs. So each individual match is worth 1 point. So you've got Parker playing Brandon for 1 point. You've got the second players playing second. That's all worth 1 point each. Then the team total is worth 3 points. So that's how you get to our 8 points possible for the match.
I just realized that I could put my screen on full screen. I don't have to squint at the scores anymore.
Oh my goodness, you've just changed my life.
My old man eyes were struggling. So Jen Smith, she runs into a head pin there, but I don't doubt she'll cover that. No problem.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if it was coincidence or matched up by the teams here, but we have our 2 female bowlers playing each other.
Yeah.
Quite evenly matched so far, I'd say.
Very much so.
We'll take a look here at the standings of how we ended up in this division. So we'll see Mayhem up on top at 56. We do have the Holy Rollers in the next gen playing in another semifinal at some point. So here you've got the Roses and the Rock and Rollers. But Minto Maniac sure made a run at the end there to get to 47 points. There's a few teams there that last couple weeks of bowling that could have made their way in. But here we are, the five in. Any other surprises or any thoughts there about that division? Tyler, your team obviously plays in that division, but any other thoughts towards some of the other teams in some of the matches that we saw?
I mean, kind of like keeping on trend with what most people have been saying, I really expected that Quebec team to take more points. I'm not necessarily play better. I think they played well. They just did not win matches, and I expected them to. And I didn't expect Mayhem to be so dominant. They just from week one were so strong.
They were, yeah.
And I mean, part of that could be my naivety. I don't know a lot of the Ontario bowlers that well.
Yeah, that's definitely an older group of bowlers there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you may not know them very well, but yeah, that's a very strong, experienced team there, and playing in a good center, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that just goes to show the depth that the league has as a whole, because much like yourself, Tyler, I was really surprised by the Lumberjacks kind of sleepy start and, well, sleepy season realistically. But it just goes to show like how good all of these teams are, that it doesn't matter how good your team is. It just depends on who you're playing and when you're playing them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So not a bad frame for Rock and Rollers, just not getting the strikes here, giving Toppler a minute or two to breathe.
You know, Brad would really like this one here with give him that double going into four against two doubles on the other side.
Absolutely, and puts him a little bit up in his own match there against Daryl.
Yeah.
And Brad is just so good. You know, he played out here in Alberta for a little bit.
Yeah.
Greg,
His
I'm going to give you
delivery
the
is always
commentator
just
curse.
so smooth that even if he's struggling, you can still see all of that talent behind his shot, and it doesn't take very long for him to find it right back again and dial in.
Absolutely.
It's a very efficient approach and delivery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely repeatable, as he's proven for many years now.
Absolutely.
Well, he covers
Megan,
that half
he...
and has 4 marks for the Rock and Rollers there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is Brad Glynn the master singles for Newfoundland again?
He is, as a matter of fact.
He is. So that's 2 years in a row for Brad, and like you said, Greg, repeatable.
Yeah.
And he was actually the master singles in 2019 as well.
So 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do in any province.
No, not at all. And that is a pretty little 4-bagger at the top for Parker.
Oh, Rich, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, everyone turn your cameras away a little bit, and let's look over to Rock and Rollers maybe.
A little oops. Yeah. Oh, he got it. Oh.
Now, we all bowl on this commentary here. Doesn't that sting just a little bit when you see someone throw a 3-pin and you think, okay, maybe I've got a chance, and then they go and spare it on you?
Yes, we all think it. Oh, yes, good, an opening. Yeah.
As a bowler, though, I feel so accomplished when I make a 3-pin spare, because there are very good things that I can say about throwing a 3-pin. But covering that half after what was evidently not a very good ball is like a super big victory for me.
I couldn't tell you the last time I spared a 3-pin.
You probably can't remember the last time you had a 3-pin.
Oh, I had a couple this weekend, Greg. On Saturday, not on Sunday.
There you go.
I was gonna say on Sunday, I hear there was some records being broken, so a lack of 3 pins from you there, Tyler.
Personal records. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but yes.
Like personal
rock and roll.
16.
It was funny because I actually like going into rock and rollers running into a string of head pins there. Not ideal. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get brought up on Wednesday's podcast, but I actually didn't know that I was averaging over 300 until the last game.
How did you not know? You shot a 390 like in your 5th game, and you shot like 330 and 340. What do you like? I was right beside you the whole day. How did you? What do you mean you didn't know, Tyler?
It's one of those days where I punched in 9 or 10 the first 3 games, so you're just thinking like, oh man, I ruined another like 350. I ruined another 340. So you're sitting there being like, well, I must be averaging like 290. I'm bowling well, but I keep messing up. And then I looked down and I was like, oh, I had 4 300s out of 6 games. Okay.
and the top 11 double spot sides.
Yes.
Pretty solid day.
And there's a mark for the Rocket Rollers getting back on the board. Brad will look to keep them going here.
The suspense.
Nice.
Didn't have to
Just
wait
in
long
time.
though.
Nope,
That was
right.
beautiful.
Yes, well done. So one more frame before that commercial break.
And Parker's usually up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right, he's kind of watching that stream and likes to get up and get after it.
Now the Rock and Rollers are going to have to start getting some marks here. The top 3 there. Get it?
Oh no, almost got one. Almost.
Oh yeah, that was money.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, like you said, right pocket.
It's just every time, every
And
time.
his delivery is just so smooth.
He's definitely like he used to really appear like he was throwing it hard, and now it looks like it's just efficient.
Yeah. He uses his legs a lot more. Kind of. It doesn't force the ball, but he's still got so much power behind it.
Yeah.
And that's a big shot
Right
from
there for
Shane.
Shane.
Speaking of so much power behind it, Shane just absolutely barrels pins over.
Those big old hay bales.
Yeah.
And Jen
When
with
you
a
talk
ball.
about a heavy ball, Shane definitely throws a heavy ball. Him and Brad both.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
Oh, and one to Katie. There we go. We got some life out of the Rock and Rollers.
They're not going to be looking forward to this break, though.
No, I don't know if either team will.
That's true.
Oh. Now, I am not very familiar with either scoring system. Do we know our marks counting in?
We had a comment in the thing from JB that says no, they're not being counted in.
Not counted in.
So we
Okay,
have
so
to
that does
add-
put
Yeah.
Toppler a little bit ahead, not quite as close as that 50-point spread that we see on the screen,
Right.
but definitely still reachable.
Counting only the 15 points, I think it is, not all of the extra bonus.
Right, okay. Well, opens in the same spot from both teams there. Oh, bomb.
Huge shot by Brad.
Great ball.
Yeah. So it's looking like Brad needs to match Parker, and then
I think so.
Shane can match Daryl, and
Yeah. That middle match is really those 3-4. I think are going to be your swing matches. I'm wondering if that's someone warming up on lane 3 there, getting ready to go in. And with that spare, we'll head into our commercial break.
Yeah.
And back to the action. Did that commercial sort of cut out on us a little bit there, Tyler? Did us? We were just getting into the Tyler commercial.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I got to see the whole thing, and the fist pump is my favorite.
Oh, some nightmare fuel there for me. But so, Greg, I think you probably have the most coaching experience out of the crew here. What are you telling rock and rollers coming into the second half of the game?
Well, just basically it's 5 frames. We're literally, I'm thinking we're 2 balls down, and just keep hitting the middle, and we'll just see how it comes over. Hopefully you get a break once in a while, but for the most part, it's just that close of a match.
Right.
Because we know how quickly these can change. We've all been on both sides of where we've been way ahead and the other team has come back, and vice versa. So it's just, we all know it's not over till basically the end, until you're mathematically done.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Mitchell Williams is going in for Shane Chafe there.
Okay.
Especially after he's been having a bit of head pin trouble this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised it took that long to see a pull with this game being as important as it is.
Yeah, in 4 maybe. I mean, if it was Shane himself, but other than that, or for Katie. But I guess it all depends on how they're feeling about Mitchell and Courtney at that point, right?
Yeah.
And then I think, too, at
Jen?
that point, Katie's match was still pretty close. And then they both threw strikes after their punches in 4.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. And Jen just opened the door for her again. We'll see if she can capitalize. Oh, that was a good ball.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot.
That's that little slower ball going in front.
Doesn't push the corner pins there quite as much as the faster balls do.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just see it just kind of jump in front there. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, no. That's really tough for her there.
That would have pretty much evened the match right up.
Yeah.
Kevin comes
Kevin back to work.
Yeah.
I always find the corner pin that felt like a strike, then missed the corner pin spare is like my most despised frame in all of bowling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What out of your hand felt like a strike is now an open frame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have no doubt that Katie is feeling exactly that way.
I've always said I don't mind getting corner pins. I just hate it when I miss them.
Absolutely.
Amen.
So Cello is in for Daryl. I'm a little surprised by that pull. Obviously, the match, Daryl is struggling there. But if you're thinking about Parker and, not kind of disrupting his flow, he's been following Daryl the whole game.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to win more than 4 points this match. Do you maybe sacrifice Daryl and just let the momentum keep going? What do you guys think?
I think that Parker is such a talented player, and especially seeing as how he's so on right now, that I don't think someone could be doing an interpretive dance before him and he'd still be up there throwing bombs. So for me personally, seeing Parker in the way he's throwing right now, I don't think that putting anybody before him again is going to change his momentum and his rhythm.
Yeah, that did another great shot.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Yeah, he's just so dialed in right now that I think all he's focused about is execution, and it's showing in his game right now.
Absolutely.
And it's not quite the same when you're bowling side by side.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
To do that, to make a pull to make it look good. There it is.
And there's Courtney in for Katie. So 2 pulls there. Mitch, you could see he's trying to get that team pumped up, make a big push going 7, 8, 9, 10.
We're off to a good start here. There you go.
There's another one.
Yeah. Looks like Brad's ready. The pins weren't even down, and he was already standing on the lane. All right, Brad.
Was that Len Anseth? Did he end up in Newfoundland?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that was so fast, it almost looked like him.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
That's rough. But, we got lots of marks around him. His team will pick him up. Strike
shot by Jen there. That's the strike. So Courtney came in for Katie then?
She did.
Okay.
So both pulls for the Rock and Rollers came in and threw strikes. Their first frame in.
That's all you can ask them to do.
Exactly. And a solid line put up by the Rock and Rollers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. More of what they were looking for there than maybe the last frame.
They've got 7, they got 4 doubles there. If they can, or 4 single strikes in the double, if they can get, 3 of those to double up, then that's that'll be a pivotal frame then.
Absolutely. But Toppler Roses are saying not quite yet.
Yeah, we got 2 doubles ourselves.
Yeah, and they have 4 strikes this frame as well.
Yeah.
Again, just showing the quality of these players when every single frame is filled with strikes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is a version of Parker I would have been much more afraid to see at the last game of the Open there.
Right.
It would have made it more exciting for the crowd.
This would have been really exciting.
Much more stressful. Oh, my bad, Parker. My bad. I'll take that one.
That would have been really exciting.
Could you have imagined?
Yeah.
Holy moly. I was sweating enough that game. I didn't need any more.
Yeah. It is nice to be in a spot where you only need 1 point.
Yes. And hey, there's 2 of your 3 doubles, Greg, out for Rock and Rollers. And that's, just like you said, hey, maybe we'll get that break that we need.
Yeah. Yeah, and Parker came off
And
his screen.
I've said it 100 times before. Mitchell Williams throws such a beautiful ball that when he is on, he is arguably one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't throw a lot of speed compared to most of the players down from there, right?
It's relatively fast, but a lot of the men out here definitely like to huck the ball.
Yeah, it's a more finesse shot.
Yeah, but it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful ball. I got to play master singles with him back in 2016 and got to see it firsthand for an entire tournament. And yeah, the ball he throws is just finesse.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
Rich there. Well, there's another one. Okay, there's my 3 doubles.
There's your 3. Let's see if Brad can put one up to keep them rolling.
Yeah.
Toppler Roses seem to have lost the middle a little bit here. See if Jen can get them back on it.
It's always nice looking at the bottom half of your lineup with handful of strikes to count on. So
you certainly found the middle. Oh. And so did Brad.
Yeah.
Our friends here are tightening up maybe just a little bit coming into those last 3 frames. Just wanting it so bad.
I mean, we, as a group, as competitors, hit the middle an awful lot. So percentage-wise, you are going to get a certain amount of head pins just because they are on the head pin so often, right?
Amen.
Yeah, that was actually just about what I was about to say. When you reach this level, you're hitting the middle so consistently that if you take any amount of that rotation, any amount of that finish off that ball, it's almost inevitable that you're going to punch some head pins. So you see that a lot when elite bowlers are struggling, that they're punching the head pin a lot more than they are missing.
Yeah,
absolutely. So now Parker's in that
shot here now.
Very key shot.
Yeah, 946, 970.
Just that extra little breath going into the 9th frame. You say, okay, we got 1 more than they do. Oh.
Ooh.
So that gives Rock and Rollers a slight mark advantage now. Actually, quite a big mark advantage going into 9.
Yeah, they're literally, 2 good balls away from taking over this match.
Yeah.
Again, depending on what Marcello does, the double. I mean, as long as someone's on a double all the time, there's always that high potential. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what I was thinking here is Parker's in that precarious situation where you have a little bit of a misstep, you come back, you throw a bomb, and the only thing you're thinking is, God, I wish I could have that last one back. Yeah. Do you guys have a moment in your bowling career that you can think of one shot out of all of the shots you've ever thrown that you want back more than any other?
Wow. That's quite a... I'd have to really think about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking really hard right now.
Well, Marcella's going to give you a little bit more time to think.
That's right.
Yeah. They may not have had the middle, the top of this frame, but they definitely found the middle, the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, they certainly did.
Yeah, 4 opens in 8, not good.
Not ideal, but I wouldn't be shocked if they came back with 5 incredible shots in 9.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's exactly what, as a coach, you're telling them. Okay, we got that frame out of the way. Now let's just execute in this frame. Don't worry about anything else. Just executing your shot.
Yep, absolutely.
These frames have definitely evened up the match somewhat. I know the the Roses had a bit of a pin advantage. But yeah, this has definitely evened up the match quite a bit.
It's a slow motion shot here.
Oh,
And he gets
there it
it.
is. Good side
Oh,
straight.
and so does
Yeah.
Brandon.
Oh,
Huge.
another one. Oh, that's exciting.
Huge. Oh, wow. So for those of you just tuning in, this is a big frame for Rock and Rollers. They've got a great opportunity to capitalize and put themselves right back in this here.
Wow.
I can't see it, but it sounded good.
Yeah, it was a strike. Yeah.
I know you had said in the last frame that Mitchell is fires everybody up, and boy, does he ever get fired up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just watching him throw that ball. I felt like he threw that ball harder than he'd thrown those other ones. So in my statement, oh yeah, no, he's finesse, and then all of a sudden he just rips one.
Oh, great
He's
shot
2 or
by
3
Jen.
dimensional. That was a good shot there. Yeah. Big spare here for.
And it was quite a great shot by Courtney as well. It just happened to
Yeah. There it is.
pass through that corner pin, but she covers the half.
This is the 9th frame that I 100% expected. Just mark.
Absolutely.
One more good shot here, and 3 doubles going home.
Oh, and Smitty's got it.
Wow.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Just an excellent shot.
Yeah.
Now, I know JB is the financier of the Rock and Rollers, we'll call him. I would love to be in a fly on his wall right now and see how excited he is.
Yeah.
Well, this certainly is interesting, to say the least. We're very close
Good shot here,
to evened up, and we have strings of marks
Oh.
for the first 4 lines.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
Brad
the
just
good
running
news
into a bit of a headpin trouble the past couple of frames,
Yeah.
but
The good news is his match should be, for the most part, I think he has locked the match up. So if I'm coaching Brad, I'm telling him, your match is good. Just go out there and throw 3 great shots. That's all you have to do. Nothing else matters,
Brad played the anchor position for his team at the provincials, and he would be able to give you the exact stats, but it came down to the final bowlers in 10 the majority of the games, and I believe the majority of the time he did throw the shots. So he's no stranger to having to throw when he needs to.
That is so exciting. All right, folks, buckle up.
Okay,
Here we go.
this is it.
Yeah,
Wow. 11,
throw
11,
the marbles.
Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, I
It
love that
paused
sound.
for a second, but by the sound of it, it sounded like it was pretty good.
All right, Parker.
And to answer your question, Tyler, JB has said that he's just busy smiling and drinking.
Oh.
And no doubt with a match like this, my goodness.
This is exciting. Holy, nice ball by Parker again. Right back at it.
Mhm.
No big surprise there.
I can't tell if I'm sweating from excitement or sweating from my fever.
2-2. Oh no.
Oh. That's tough for total, but
yeah, there's a good chance for Parker to give some room down at the bottom there.
Oh.
That was a great shot.
a big count, though. A big count.
Nice game. Yeah, 321.
Wow. Great game to lose.
Yeah.
Those are tough. Those are tough. Speaking of balls he wants back, imagine that 3-pin is one of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a loss any easier, but I always feel like it gives me a bit more peace of mind.
Yeah.
If I play well and I just get beaten,
Oh, no.
it's always hard for me if I played poorly.
Yeah.
273. Nice game
So
by
Brandon
Parker.
has absolutely nothing to shake his head at.
No, and you're right.
Huge
Greg,
game by
that's an
Parker.
excellent game.
Yeah, Mitchell and through that head pin here.
Oh, did it go down? Oh, it did.
It
Oh.
froze for you as well. I was like, I couldn't tell.
It did. The worst time.
Yeah. It looked like it was going by.
I thought it was
so.
a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was a blow by.
Oh. Okay, so this is going to be 2 matches at the top for Toppler. Unfortunately, Mitch won't be able to make up enough ground. But an incredible, pull and entry for Mitch. Throwing the first, I think he had 4 or 3 for himself there.
Yeah, I believe he cleaned up the head pin there from Shane, and then Turkey to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well done.
Another 3-pin spare by Rich.
Oh. Just
Well,
impressive.
650 for your first 2. I guess that's pretty good.
That most certainly takes the pressure off the bottom 3.
1227. See, 30 this is wide tight. Oh, they're just running into a.
Oh, no.
Head pin train.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
10. Oh, what is with these 3 pins
So
in 10?
So unusual.
I was just thinking, like 2 frames ago, Jen's not one that we see miss the middle that much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, got the match, so there's 3.
There's 3.
And basically,
So,
they
big
just
shot.
need total.
Yeah. We're looking at either a 5-3 or a 6-2.
This is bus
You can
shop.
hear everybody getting amped up for Brandon.
Get it?
Go, go, go! Yes!
Wow.
Oh.
There's something about those late lunars that are just so intense.
Oh.
This
And
is
they're
key now.
so
That was
good.
huge.
Yeah.
That was so big.
Absolutely huge.
I know the score isn't adding up, but the total is adding the turkey.
Yeah.
That was big
Oh,
by
and Kevin
Kevin, too.
answers back.
Yeah.
Wow. Whew. I got
And you know they're
goosebumps again.
feeling it. You know that they know what's going on, right? So that's what makes it even more exciting.
Well, I have no doubt that the reason that there's a little bit of a delay in everybody's shots in the 10th frame is because they're busy back looking at their screens.
Yeah. Well, 3 points, 2 doubles,
Another one.
another
Yes.
Wow.
Incredibly well
one.
done.
1905. Forces Kevin to do the same to match it.
Yeah, you're totally right, Greg. As much as I said I didn't know what I bowled this weekend, in a situation like this, you can guarantee that every bowler knows exactly what they need to do to get the win.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the team event, right? When you're bowling for yourself, you don't really pay attention, but when it's a team, you're paying way more attention.
Yeah. And there's a big open.
Yeah.
So we're now
It's
looking
just whether
1293 to
throw?
1305 in favor of
right.
rock and
If he
roll.
throws the strike here,
Yeah.
yeah, 15.
How
Oh,
fast these things
Two,
change.
two. All right.
Oh, a little fast. Okay.
1295. 1295,
So 4-pin
1291. And down, they're up 4 pins and down a mark.
Wow.
Ooh. Not the spot I want to be in. Let me tell you that.
This is exactly why bowling is so exciting.
Yeah.
Because it comes down to this so often.
Great
was
ball.
For a
Absolutely clutch.
18-year-old to just go up there and
Just insane.
No fear.
So good.
Yeah. All right, Brad.
Oh. He needs it. It's good. So good.
11 pin, so he needs Marcello not to throw the strike here. Yeah.
Wow.
I think that just shut him out.
That just...
As long as he doesn't pick
Cello
it, I think he can get 30 more for 1340, and they're 1336, so just not a 3-pin for Marcello.
Oh,
I didn't say that.
Oh no!
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Oh,
irrelevant.
wow. Unfortunately, we won't get to put Greg out to the mob.
That was awful. An awful thing to say. Oh yeah, what a kid. Oh, that's exciting.
Incredibly well done, Toppler Roses. Well done, Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Well done
Rock and
to
rollers.
both teams. That was incredible.
We couldn't have asked for
What an amazing playoff match. Yeah, absolutely.
team. So to recap here, Toppler taking 6 points. The first match 373 to 321. The second match 281 to 224. Match number 3 212 to 182, and the total 1351 to 1315. And Rock and Rollers taking the 2 points. The last two matches 335 to 272 and 253 to 213.
You know, that's one ball either way.
Oh,
Changes everything. That was awesome. That was
so exciting.
That was fun.
I don't think I've ever been so excited to watch bowling in my bedroom.
Like I was actually here. I could feel myself like sweating. I was like, my goodness, this is so intense.
You know, and I think we can relate to being in those situations. So, I mean, literally my palms were starting to sweat and I could feel, you could feel the tension of the moment, right? It was like, okay, we've been there before. We understand what they're going through. And then to see them both teams execute so well at the end, you know, that was great.
Fantastic. Much better in a playoff match, that's for sure.
Wow.
Manager Stacy Weber. Question 1. How's your heart?
Yeah.
Like, it's a good thing I don't have to fill out a score sheet.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Wow, Jane.
We are feeling you. It was absolutely insane. What an amazing match from both teams.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no,
First off,
it was close match.
Really
Very
close.
congratulations.
Like, you guys were nervous. Imagine being us.
Well, this is exactly, yeah.
We
Wow.
seemed like no one wanted the bowl, so I said there's 14 people looking at the screens on each side of the country here, waiting for the next person to bowl.
Isn't that what we were just talking about too?
Yeah. So,
Have a good
Shane,
game,
let's
guys.
recap.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, you guys not taking the win there. A couple of issues in 10. Tell us, walk us through that last frame. What were you guys talking about? What was going on?
You know, we trailed the whole game, really. So, our kind of goal was to give ourselves a chance towards the bottom there to, give us a chance to pull it out. Brandon Smith threw a couple of big strikes there to give us that. But, Darryl threw for them, and that was it. We kind of needed a swing and a miss on their side to us, and it was our game. So came down to the last two bowlers, and Darryl threw well through the clutch strike. So you got to give him credit for it.
Yeah,
That was a big pull to put Marcello in anchor.
Oh, sorry, Marcello threw.
Yeah,
Darryl was out.
But
Sorry.
but that was a big pull at that point to do that, because I mean, there's a good chance it's going to come down to him when you made that pull.
Yeah, I think this team has grown. I don't know the dynamics of the other pro league teams. Probably, Bradley and Tyler's would be the next closest one, maybe Dream Crushers, but we're all like family, right? So Marcello literally grew up with all of these teammates. So when we're saying, "Till you're in," I mean, everybody's so confident in him, and he's having a great year, and what a good experience for him to have going into YDC Nationals next week, right? So that's a nice thing to have under your belt right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is
And I was a little excited being his mom. I can't lie, guys. I almost cried.
And this is something
The poll was actually a really big tool in this match, it seemed. Obviously, we're talking about how important putting Cello in was. But the pull and putting in Mitchell and Courtney, we saw a real big momentum change in the Rock and Rollers. Tell us about that, Shane.
Yeah, myself and Katie were struggling. We were heavy on, so too many punches. We were going to make a pull in 5, and 2 of us struck. We were kind of joking. There was two staying balls, so 2 of us stayed in 5, and then, or was it 4? I think it was 4, and so anyway, we made the pull in 5 and 2 of us missed. But no, it was a big game. It gave us a lift. It kind of put us back in, strengthened the momentum a little bit. At that point, I think you got to do something. It wasn't working, so and it worked. Like I said, the guys who came off the bench bowled well. So
Well, and
they bowled well. It fired up both Brandons. There was a lot of fire, that's for sure.
Yeah, they were throwing.
Yeah, 373 and lead off by Parker. That never hurts.
Well, I did tell him he had to have a 400. So every strike he throws, we call him Tyler. I'm not going to lie.
It's so since it was only a 373, he's being bent.
Yeah.
That was a very
that was
very
a
good
pleasure
time.
to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we expect with these caliber of teams in the playoffs. I mean, it's go time, right? You're gonna just go out and execute as best you can. And I mean, you didn't get into the playoffs by not playing well, so you deserve to make the playoffs. And that's a good match, real good match. 4-5 match, wonderful.
It's all about the viewership, Greg, right? Like Daryl and Carrie talked to us ahead of time and say, you guys got to put this match on, get their viewership up. Like, let's keep it going. So there you go.
Well, you did it.
So to recap, Shane, congratulations on a great season.
One step away from being scripted like the NHL, right?
On behalf of Western Canada, we will deeply miss your accents. But congratulations again on a wonderful season. And Toppler Roses, congratulations. We'll see you in the next match, and we will switch over to our commercial.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Shane. You guys are coming out at 8:30 at night. Hey, like we all appreciate that. So thank you so much.
No, that's no problem. Good luck in your next match.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Monday
guys.
Night bowling.
Monday Night Bowling.
Monday Night Bowling. See you guys.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
We're back.
Well, that was
I'm
exciting.
ready.
Hopefully,
Are
all
you
the
ready?
playoff
I don't know.
teams-
I'm like just coming down from the high right now.
I know. I saw the like back to the action one, and I was like, "Oh, zone in, zone in. Here we go."
Right? I did the same. I find it so much in bowling when everything gets so intense. You almost have to have that moment where you kind of settle in, come back down, okay, move on to the next match. And I think that's actually going to be really important for Toppler to be able to kind of settle in again, find that momentum.
Yeah, because you can see kind of that 8-9th frame. They got a little, they I won't want to say struggled, but they just didn't play real well in those frames, and then came on at the end again. So you're going to have those highs and lows in a match, and they want to start off again, like you said, on that right frame of mind.
Absolutely.
I'd love to get inside Chillo's brain right now, knowing that he had to go up and perform to win that match for his team, and to go in and finish on 3 strikes to pull out the win.
Well, that first strike in 10 on the spare, right? And
yeah,
you knew
absolutely.
how important that was to throw that strike. So, with the count, that was the difference in the total at that point. So, was that mark?
Absolutely.
So, no, good for him. He looked like he was enjoying himself.
Some great bowling all around. Parker, obviously, we said it a few times. They were absolute bombs.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing what they do for this upcoming match.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. And on the other end of it, we have the Mayhem, the #1 team. There's a reason they're there.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be ready. There's no doubt about it.
And there they are.
They don't want to be Boston.
Hey guys, how are we doing? That was quite a match.
We're well, thanks.
If we weren't into it already and ready to go, watching that last frame or two, that got the blood pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, our blood is pumping too, that's for sure. So I can only imagine how you guys are feeling right now.
Yeah, but with two great deep teams with young superstars, that was fun to watch. That's a great showcase, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Absolutely. Right. Now, Steve, talk us through your guys' prep. You're also looking at probably 8 o'clock out in Ontario now. Did you guys play a match? Did you have a league? Like, what did you guys prep look like?
So we had a couple people come in from, Linda works in Toronto. Connie had to come from Hamilton across the top of the city. So pretty much just come in, relax, get something to eat. As I mentioned to them, it's up to them how they want to prepare. We're kind of used to our Open has a step ladder final, and we have a lot of experience in that. So kind of some people, it's what each individual does to prepare best. Some just want to throw the odd ball, and some of the younger ones like to throw a whole bunch. Kind of left it up with them, and so we had the other match on the other stream, so paying a little bit of attention to that. Not that, both great teams, so it didn't really matter who won. We had our worst game of the year against both of those two teams, so either way, we got a veteran team. Everybody kind of had a busy weekend. John and Ryan were playing Duckpin in the States. Connie, Linda, Ian, Davin had Masters. A couple of them had Masters Seniors Division. So, but they're veterans. No doubt they're ready to go.
Absolutely, and we should extend an early congratulations to Connie. I believe she was your singles champion.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear all that. You talked about Connie?
Yeah, she was your guys' Masters champion, so she will be
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
Connie won the tournament on the weekend. She had over 2,200 for 8, and she locked up the aggregate, so she's our singles rep. Linda's on the ladies team, so good weekend for them.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Looks like we are still waiting for Toppler Roses.
So then while we're waiting, why don't you go ahead and give us your lineup for this first match?
Okay. I doubt it's going to – I think we're home, but I doubt it'll affect what they're going to do, and she's not listening anyway. We're going to John Cowan, Linda McLean, Connie, Jeff England, and then Ian McLean on the bottom. Ryan and Davin are on the bench. Nathan Cooper is unavailable.
Nice. Just, I don't have anything to say. Every name on there is so good that I'm like, yep, sure.
I literally was like,
Like 150 years of bowling experience on that team.
I just kept thinking veteran.
Yeah.
No, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, not much they haven't seen before. That said, I mean, this is totally different as well, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
playing
unique
at
format.
night instead of in the morning or afternoon.
Yeah.
We're good.
And Stacy.
Hi.
Hi, Stacey.
Sorry, our phones are all dying because we used them all day long. So we have to reconnect everything right now. I'm sorry, guys.
No problem.
That's all right.
Hey, Steve.
So
Hey, Stacey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
let's
Heart rate back to
jump right
normal
into
now?
it.
Yeah. Right. Little bit.
We saw your last game. Stacy, give us your lineup.
God, guys, I just changed it. It is Parker Anderson, Rich Weber, Pamela Wilson, Kevin Holdsworth, and Marcello, and Jennifer and Daryl on the bench.
Awesome. Awesome. Steve, does that change anything for you guys? I know you are home team, so technically.
Oh, want mine officially now?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Cowan, Linda McLean, Connie Ward, Jeff England, Ian McLean with Ryan Cowan and Davin Florent on the bench.
Awesome. Well, we wish you both the best of luck. We won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's hop into it.
Yeah.
Right, good luck, guys.
All right.
Well,
Yep, sounds good. See you in 50
Great
minutes.
bowling.
or so.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck. Still
Again?
goosebumps. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Right?
So we saw from the very cool little clip there, the Mayhem had the higher average, but not the higher games. So we'll see how that plays out. And a roster. I'll start with this one. So we have John Cowan, Ryan Cowan, Nathan Cooper, Davin Florent, Jeff England, Ian McLean, Linda McLean, and Connie Ward with manager Steve Barker that we just saw.
okay. Toppler Roses, Parker Anderson, Rich Weber, Jennifer Smith, Kevin Holdsworth, Pamela Wilson, Marcello Jurchik, Daryl Wood, and Tracy Holdsworth, who's unfortunately not able to attend, for the bowling out of where they bowl in Toppler. Toppler Roses. There they go.
The Toppler Roses.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely shocked that their roster didn't change in the last 5 minutes. Huh.
Yeah.
All right, and so taking a look at the yearly stats, Motor City coming in hot with 56 points for the regular season, taking the number one seed. That's an incredible
636 winning percentage. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah,
Connie is in there. Holy
92.
crap.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's definitely not the words that I was about to use, but I'm glad that you summed it up.
Yeah.
That's absolutely bonkers. And look, she played so many frames.
Yeah.
I'm in awe. I think I'm just gonna be a little starstruck while I watch her bowl this match.
I know I was
All
joking when I was saying veteran, but that is a team of veterans, and Connie is no exception. She's one of the best in the game. No reason,
Absolutely.
it's not a surprise that she's their Masters singles rep because she is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to have that longevity in this game, it says a lot about where they are both mentally and physically to be able to compete at that level for 40 years type thing, right? 30 plus
Absolutely.
years. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I believe she stepped away from. Oh, looks like we're starting. There we are with our first shot, a little bit to the right.
Yep.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Connie stepped away from 5-pin for a little bit, and she was playing duck pin. Is that correct?
And is an incredible duck pinner, as a matter of fact.
Of course she is.
Yeah, that's right.
That's quite impressive as well, you know, to be able to take some time away from the game and come back and be so dominant in a province that has such depth like Ontario.
I wonder if we can get the camera for the screen to show the score.
Yeah, it's a little...
Parker, right where we left off.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, same old, same, you know, ho-hum,
Yeah.
just another strike.
Well, I guess I'm leading off.
Yeah, right? Ah, darn,
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think Nebs might have their lanes tilted to the right a little bit here, but I think they'll figure that out soon enough.
Yeah.
I haven't played a Nebs since, oh god, 2009. Have either of you played there more recently?
I actually just played there in the summer for Club Tour, and I have to say it is one of the most impeccably run centers I have ever been to in my entire life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And that is,
It is
you know,
so
credit
well
to-
maintained. The tech that they have is second to none. It's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I played there in 2015 for the Open, and at that point it appeared. I mean, they went with the smaller bases, tighter pins, the 17-inch centers, and it was surprisingly the pinfall wasn't as good as I think everyone was expecting. But I know since then, anyone that has played in the center has commented about how good the pinfall is there now.
Oh, definitely. I played in the 2015 Open as well, and I remember the pinfall being incredibly difficult, actually.
Yes.
But since then, I can definitely see a big change, and I know even playing there in the summer, I could see a big change.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think that 14, 15 in there, we had a long stretch where everyone was having trouble finding good bands. And I think the pinfall across the country wasn't very good. And I think they've since alleviated that. And now we've got, everyone's got a good supply of the good bands, and the pinfall has, I've seen it, you know, it appears to me across the country, it's gone up.
It certainly has, absolutely.
And these Pro Tour events, you get a chance to see it, right? Where in the past, you never knew until you went to the house, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
That's what
it's
makes it
definitely
so
a big
good.
change.
Yeah.
I was also at Nationals in 2015, but it was not the Open. I was at Youth Challenge Nationals.
That's right.
So a little bit of a slower start here
I'll
compared
say.
to our first match,
Yeah.
which means the audience gets to listen to us a little bit more. That's okay.
Yeah. There you go. So I was
We'll fill the
thinking,
airtime.
Tyler, I was thinking about that, what shot I'd like to have back.
Yes.
And when I played in the Canada Winter Games in '83, which was the only year that bowling was allowed to participate in, we were bowling in the, so there was an A pool and a B pool. We were second in the one pool, and we were playing Ontario, who was first in the other pool in the playoffs. And I remember punching the 10th frame on a double, and we lost total by 9.
Oh,
So of all the balls I would like to have back, being it was a one and done, you're never going to have another opportunity to participate in the Canada Winter Games again. That would have been the one I'd like to have had another chance at.
well, no kidding.
That's actually a really good
tough.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to recap, or I guess not to recap, but to give the audience a reminder, this is I believe, a 2-game match. I'm now
It
doubting
is.
myself. But again, defaulting to total points won between the 2 games. So a
Okay.
possibility of 16 points. I don't know what happens in an 8-8 tie. We go to game 3. We didn't discuss that.
Actually, in the rules, it's the tie break for that does go to total pinfall.
It does go to total pinfall. Okay.
It does, yeah.
And if they tie again, then let's play another match.
Then we'll play another one.
You know, we all joke about that in every tournament we go to, and eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, look at Newfoundland with their 4-game final for open
My
singles.
goodness, it was the most insane thing I have ever watched in my entire life. It was the women's open singles final. Erica versus Erin. Erin was the top seed and needed to be beaten twice. And the two of them tied in game 1. And they tied again in game 2. And Erica won game 3. And Erin, going into the 10th frame, she had to clean the side of a head pin. If she punched the 3, she tied. If she took the 2, she lost. And she cleaned it up to win by 2. So it was a 4-game match.
Yikes.
Most insane thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Well, Toppler is starting to put a couple of marks together here. Mayhem is still a little bit slow, but we mentioned they are veterans. They know how to recover.
It's funny when he was talking about the young guys wanting to come in and practice, and the veterans throw a few balls and they're good. I'm the other way around. At my age, I need to throw a lot of balls just to loosen up. Keep the young guys off the lane. Let us old guys loosen up.
Oh, another
Hey,
head.
yeah. There's an opportunity for the Roses to get a good lead here. Get some marks counting together. Oh.
And as we were talking about in the last match, that good start really builds that strong foundation for the rest of the game. And as we discussed in chatting with both Shane and Stacy, the Rock and Rollers were chasing the whole rest of the game, and it definitely started weighing on them as the game progressed further. But definitely nice to have that solid foundation to give a little bit of breathing room headed into the later parts of the match.
For sure. Now, I heard I'm not sure if anyone else did, but I heard your little joke in there earlier, Greg, about not wanting to be Boston.
Yeah.
Holy.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Ruined my bracket. Just
a lot of
annihilated it. Shredded it to bits.
Yeah.
Very displeased with that, but...
And then with Colorado getting knocked out as well. Wow.
I'm okay with that one. I picked Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, but quite shocking. Still quite shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wide open now. So.
Yeah.
The Oilers are
looking good for Edmonton. Looking good.
Yeah. Edmonton and Toronto. That would be a good final.
That would be exciting for Canada. For Canada as a whole.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving into frame 3, we do not have a strike from Mayhem yet.
Yeah, not something.
I don't think I ever expected to say that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, that was short-lived.
Yeah.
I should have said it frame 1. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Parker's just all over the middle. I'm not letting go of anything here.
Keeps hitting it on the side.
Yep. Incredible. Ooh, all right.
Good count.
Yep. That's what you got to do. You know, you just start building marks on marks. That's what I'm telling myself at this point in a game. You're like, okay, well, let's just start with a mark and then put another mark on top of that. And eventually it'll have to be a strike, right?
Yeah. Keep hitting it. That was always my my philosophy when I was coaching, especially the kids. You can get the marks together. Any mark together with another mark is good. Just keep getting marks, and it'll. Your chances are you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
When you get up to the senior ranks, then you got to start getting triples and above.
Yeah. And, Lynn Howell is one that's always said, once you start playing the Open finals, the Master finals, you can throw a 4-bagger and that won't phase your opponent. They're going to throw a 6-bagger back at you, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you almost expect it. It's kind of like the way golfers look at it I just expected him to make the putt. That's exactly what you expect your opponent to do. And when you get to that level, I expect them to throw a lot of strikes.
Yep, 100%.
I think you can say the same thing as well for if somebody is struggling, right? They could have a couple frames of struggle and, okay, here's an opening, here's a time to pounce. But at that level, the struggle is probably not going to last very long.
Oh, yeah.
Be prepared
It's coming.
to
It's
jump right back. Absolutely.
There's another one. We got some shots going.
I've always
that middle match again.
Yeah. I've always thought that I'm only ever 2 good balls away from turning a game around. If you're struggling and then you execute and you throw 2 good shots in a row, your confidence level just changes drastically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it can go the other way too.
Oof. That is tough. I'm not going to lie. If I'm Steve, I'm looking to make a change here. That's, there's just no momentum, not a whole lot of energy out there. But Marcello, man of the hour.
Huge. He's feeling it.
Yes. Him and Parker at that top and bottom
spot. Make his mom
proud. Yeah.
But just as we were saying, all it takes is a couple of good shots to really get that confidence going. And you can see in the ball that he's throwing right now, those few shots he threw in 10 at that last match really got that confidence going. And he is throwing like he's confident, like he trusts his shot with power and intent behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Without overthrowing it. Yeah.
It's funny for just some of our non-bowling viewers, if we have any, you heard us talk about how we're at the end of the season. Maybe it sounds like we're winding down a little bit. These bowlers, they're just getting to their peak, right? Like we just had a whole bunch of provincials, which is where you really, really need to be performing if you want to go to that next level. And for the rest, I would say, a good chunk of our league, they're heading off to nationals. They are in their prime condition. So
I know at the very beginning we were talking about how scheduling was getting a bit difficult for these playoff matches, and it's largely due to we're getting into that time of the bowling season where everything is ramping up. It's not winding down. It is absolutely ramping up because you're right. We have a lot of cash tournaments coming up. We have 2 national events coming up.
Yeah.
This is when everything really gets going in the bowling world, in 5 at least.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if anyone out there is listening and you've ever doubted if a bowler is an athlete, you try spending 60% of your weekends not at home.
Yeah.
And doing hundreds of lunges every day.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't going to mention that, but yeah. Especially on the days that aren't so good, hey?
Yeah. It's funny when I go to the gym and I work with people and that they work out quite a bit and everything, and they'll say, "Oh, you're a bowler. Oh, okay. I went bowling the other day. Man, was I ever sore after?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're just using different muscles that you're not used to using." And these are people that work out.
Yeah. And
at our provincial championships in Newfoundland, we actually had an on-site physiotherapist, and he was there throughout the duration. He and his staff were there throughout the duration of the tournament, and they could not get over how actually physically demanding the bowling was. He's like, it's intense. You're bowling for hours and hours. Oh my goodness. How do you guys do this?
Yeah.
Well,
No
and
doubt
the
that
stress
it's
adds to that, right? Your muscles aren't loose when you're in stress mode, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's check in with our match here. So we have Toppler Roses, couple more marks up there. They are slightly in the lead. I don't know what their total is because it disappeared on me. 367 with a number of marks. And then we have Motor City Mayhem, you know, maybe starting to find some ground with Jeff here, throwing a double.
Yeah, that's got a double. That's good.
Yeah. Linda is doing exactly as we said, building marks, and they are at 348. So we're playing. Oh, there we go. See?
Ian. Yeah. Nice graphic.
I love their graphics.
Yeah, they got a break there with Marcello punching on the double.
That, yeah, is a big help for sure. But hey, Kevin's just above him with another one.
Yeah.
Playing it exactly how Greg told him to.
Yeah.
Just throw the double.
Right.
Just throw the
Well,
double.
let's get 2 doubles out of this.
Yeah.
4 strikes.
You can definitely see they've started to turn up the heat heading into that last frame before the break.
Yeah, I was going to say almost the opposite of last game where we were like, oh, these teams aren't going to want that break. I think they might want the break this game.
Yep.
John Cowan. That they're like the
Parker's
same
football.
shot. It's frozen. Oh.
One was a corner pin, one was a strike.
Oh. Dang, that would have been so good.
Yeah.
You could have taken like a screenshot of that and it would have been almost the exact same.
So Megan, were you able to come up with the one shot you'd like to have back so far?
I've really thought about it, and I can't really think of anything that was one shot that I'd change. I mean, I'd like to have another do-over at that corner pin for my perfect game, but
Yeah. That's right. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
but I
If it
don't
made
even
you,
feel
like-
like bad about it. It was one of the best shots I threw of the entire game, and it just was a solid corner pin. So I don't even think that I would want to like redo it. It still was good.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Linda's
Linda
in
just,
there.
yeah, stopping her run and Pam is picking hers
Yeah.
up. There we go. Is there maybe a game or a tournament that you would love to do over? Let's expand that for you, Megan, instead of just one ball.
Oh, I could 1,000,000% think of the tournament I'd like to redo over. In 2019, I actually had to withdraw from the Masters singles tournament because of an injury. So that was really rough. So I'd really like to be able to redo that over again. But I actually get an opportunity to redo it again because I got to play with Brad Glynn as the singles representative when I had to withdraw. And I'm fortunate enough to get to play with him again as Master Singles reps this year for Nationals. So I'm actually getting my redo, which is pretty exciting.
That is exciting. Good for you.
Yeah, not often that happens. And Connie's on the board, everyone. Connie is on
Good
the
enough.
board.
Looking at our comments there, we've had a few talking about how Connie is the GOAT. So just proving she's got it.
I love that saying. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite.
Well, I think, that could be debatable with Diane.
That's very true.
And I
Her
mean,
longevity.
yes, absolutely. I mean, again, I don't want to take anything away from anyone, but I mean, boy, that one's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how do
At
you
this
beat that
moment
longevity?
right now, though, Jeff is definitely doing some great things over there
Yeah.
for the Mayhem. That turkey
Yeah.
is
That's
really
great.
nice
It's holding
heading
them
into
in
that
there.
break.
Yeah,
That's
holding them
momentum
in there for
coming
sure.
into the break.
Because there's Toppler with 4 marks. That's
Yeah.
what they need to do. I see someone commented asking for my one ball that I want back, and I don't actually have an answer. I need to think too. I didn't think I would be put on the spot.
I feel like you could ask me in a week, and I might have a better response.
All right. Well, we will head in. Nope. There's one more ball. I can't see. It's frozen. Oh, and we have Ryan going in that one more ball.
We throw one more ball before the break, and then Liam's out.
There we are.
All right.
Off.
Whoa.
I wish that's all it would take to throw strikes.
Okay. It were that easy, hey?
That's right.
I'm ready for a big old turnaround. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to see some bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, and with the depth of these two teams, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a show put on for us this back half.
Maybe with bowler number 2.
Yeah.
Not a bad count for Parker. He's in the middle, so looking to spare it up, get a nice little 30 on his shot there.
Yeah.
And John gets
the
spare.
Yep, John, 20 count, unfortunately, not what he's looking for. No, that was
not
spare there.
Just some really solid bowling by Parker. I know he was throwing absolute bombs and nothing but strikes last game, but he's just playing a really solid game today. This game, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think Linda will take that chop off. It was looking a little heavy.
Yeah.
Rich with the head.
This is where you want to take advantage of these breaks, right? If you get a break like that, you want to convert the spare.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. It's like that 2-pin from the heavens or the head pin from the heavens that turns your 7 split into a chop off.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, I heard a call for both.
I was going to say it froze, but it sounded like a punch. So that it's like a 3-pin cherry, maybe? Oh, it was.
It was, yeah.
Dang.
The sounds don't lie. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, you've been bowling for a long time when.
You just know.
Top cherry shirts are still available.
Whoa.
Oh. That one was a little off to the right.
Yeah.
A little outside. I actually did have a chance to think about my answer, mostly because Greg's answer made me think of mine. I was, so going back to 2015 Youth Challenge Nationals, was also playing anchor. I was 14 at the time, but I had started the tournament in leadoff, which is where I am much more comfortable. And I got put down into anchor for our gold medal match against Manitoba. And I threw the double in 10, and we were 14 pins down with only my ball to go. And I punched a head pin to go. And with the format of Youth Challenge, we ended up dropping from a potential gold all the way down to bronze. So that would be the ball that I would take back.
Yeah.
That's a good ball to take back.
And it looks like we have Davin in for Connie. That frame.
It was a little loose there on the approach, but it got found its way to the side. Yeah.
You saw that too, Greg. Hey, you saw that too. We'll see if Jeff can keep Motor City in this one.
So it's be a good time for this.
Oh, little off. I think Marcello was a touch fast on that ball.
Yeah.
That
I was going to say it's hard to say with it stopping in that is how fast they are and that type of thing. So, yeah. Good cover though. Good spare.
Yeah. Oh, and that was a much better shot by Jeff. You can just see like nice and smooth, really good roll. Absolutely much better.
Yeah.
So,
neither team
Mayhem is now
doing...
used. No, go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say neither team really coming out after the break, with throwing exceptionally. So
yeah, nothing huge.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And
Yet.
Motor City has now used has used both their
That's right.
poles. All right, a little mark on the bottom for them. So it looks like we're looking at 3 marks to 3 marks. One of those being a strike for Toppler, though.
680 to 592.
Not that big of a difference, thinking
No.
about a team game. I mean, like, 100 pins might... Oh!
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I don't have much to say.
No.
If I was throwing that ball, I probably would have had some colorful words to say.
Oh, yeah. I had lots to say then.
Yeah. That looked like it was absolutely solid. Like it was beautiful. But
Yeah.
he covers the half
Okay.
regardless.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what you have to. You just need to take a moment and be like, yeah, you know what? I got pretty ripped off on that shot. I just need to focus and I can't change it. I have to make it fit.
Yeah.
Because it is really easy to get worked up. Oh, I thought I deserved this, and then miss a spare or anything like that. So good cover on his part.
Yeah. And another good break from Linda. And that tells me she's throwing a couple shots that are really thick, but she's breaking. So she's got good stuff on her ball right now. She just needs to find the side of the middle.
Yeah.
And
it's funny how when you're bowling, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, all your hits are very thick. And you just not, you're getting the chops, you're getting the corners out of it. You're just not getting that good splash. And you can go sometimes games where you just seem to hit everything thick and not into the pocket. And you're close, but...
You're like, just give me one. I just want one of them.
Yeah.
Well, Toppler is putting 5 marks in a row together now. That is looking a little bit more like them out there.
I can't say very much about playing heavy because I like to play heavy. Most of the time I play on the heavy side.
Right.
Yeah. I would agree.
You're
It's
right.
a little more
Yeah.
fun.
It is. I mean, it's a dangerous game to play, but
But it just feels so good when you get one of those cracking strikes to go down. You can turn around and not necessarily fist pump your opponent, but just know you're like, yeah, I got that.
that was
that one.
crispy.
Well, and you know your opponent knows you just threw a bomb. That
Oh,
you're
yeah.
throwing well and you've got lots of stuff on the ball, and that's why you carried that strike.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, there we go. We got an excellent frame from Toppler Roses over on the right side of your screen.
This Mayhem's going to have to start throwing some marks in here. They're going to be down quite a bit going into that second match.
They are playing a dangerous game, as Megan just said.
That was key right there.
That's
Stays
the one they
close in
need.
that match.
Yeah, that's the one they need.
Yeah. Yeah, they need one, again, it's always nice when you've got that one person going, because it just takes a lot of pressure off the other players to, okay, that guy's, he's going to help us with total and that type of thing. So let's just get into our match and get our matches close.
Absolutely.
I feel like
Oh,
that was what was
didn't
so important in the last match, where Parker was up top. I mean, he started with the front seven. The whole rest of the team is like everything else is gravy at this point. So it just kind of allows them a chance to relax and just focus on executing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then it comes down to the 10th frame anyway. last bowler. Yeah.
All right, so taking a look at the matches here, not counting any marks, we've got 138 to 185 in favor of Parker. We've got 125 to 129, just slightly in favor of Rich there. We've got 116, I'm going to say, to 109. So a little bit in favor of maybe Connie, but they do have the mark on the other side. Ooh, great shot. That was a really good looking shot. Number 4, we've got 168 for Jeff England to Kevin's 133 in a double. And then down on the bottom, 131 to 143 for Marcello.
Parker keep his string of marks going. That was a really good ball by Johnny.
Even though the Mayhem are a number of pins behind at this point, the match is actually still close.
It really is. It really, really is.
Like we've discussed,
and Parker cleans it up
a lot of the day is just how quickly things can change around, what a double or a triple can do for an individual score and a team score.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until it's mathematically over, you never know what to expect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just momentum, eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Stacy's in a tough spot here. Their team is playing better than Motor City right now, but they're not playing great.
Yeah. I see Rich looked like Rich just pulled himself.
That's what I was just going to get to. Greg, how do you as a coach approach that situation? Do you wait for a player to say, hey, I need help, or are you making
the
what?
Call? At this point, if he's not feeling like he's got it, I'm absolutely in favor of pulling him out. Because if he's not confident, I don't want him in there.
Right.
Yeah. Unless I'm less confident on the person on the bench.
Fair.
Yeah. I may not put a person in anchor that I don't feel is comfortable in that position in a situation like that.
Absolutely. Wow, that was 2 great shots.
Yeah.
So if anybody's watching this game, please go to frame number 8, bowlers 3 and 4. You'll see some excellent shots.
Big double by Jeff. So they're starting to mount some strikes here. So
yeah,
the Mayhem.
We're getting some marks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Sometimes you just can't get that momentum going. Here's a huge opportunity. Well, it's actually a big shot for Kevin just for his match alone.
Yeah, to keep himself in it, and then Cello will have a big opportunity to capitalize.
Yeah. He's reaching. Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. Good
The
shot.
knuckles in the mouth. It's just, it's iconic. It's iconic.
Yeah.
All right, so Toppler Roses looking to save.
This could give him some breathing room, throw the double here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he does.
Solid. Solid. Okay, big 9. Everybody's favorite.
It looks like there's 100 pins, 115, 116 pins difference, and even in strikes in this. Well, I think even the Roses are up 1 strike even.
Yeah, Roses are up 1. You got it.
Yeah.
But that's still not that much. That's not that much.
And again, how crazy things can change. Just a strike here or a good or bad break here.
Yeah.
And there's a good one for Parker. I mean, each player
looks like
has
he's
90
very
points.
comfortable now with throwing the ball the way he's thrown it the last those 3 strikes. Very
absolutely.
Yeah.
Linda with another one?
Nope.
Not quite.
Strike
but Daryl comes in firing.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those of us who aren't familiar with bowling math, in 9 and 10, each player has 90 potential points, not counting, obviously, anyone being on a mark before that. So, Kevin with his double and Marcello with his double, obviously getting more than 90 points. But when you're thinking 115 points between 5 players, and each of them could get 90.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pam with the cover. Nicely done.
Yeah, 30 count there.
So this is one of those unfortunate situations where their pulls have just not worked out for them.
Right.
You're hoping, okay, I'm going to put you in and you're going to do something for me.
Yeah, you look good.
I haven't had the opportunity to coach very many teams simply because I bowl so often. But I'm always of the mindset that I'd rather try something and have it not work than do nothing at all.
Absolutely.
Yep. Oh, great shot. That was big.
Yeah.
Really puts the pressure on Jeff here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Megan. I think if you look at
inopportune timing.
Yep. That is a huge frame for Toppler Roses.
Yeah.
That is a gigantic swing of momentum. If you look at our top players and our top coaches for that matter, they're coaches that take risks, calculated risks, smart calls, but like you said, they're willing to try something and at the risk it doesn't work out, as opposed to those coaches who, maybe just say, this is our lineup, that's what we're going to do. I'm not interested in moving or switching things around. Not that that hasn't worked in the past, but
yeah.
The thing is none of us are fortune tellers. We have no idea who is or isn't going to do something as it goes forward. So all you can do is do with what you have the information in the moment.
Yeah.
And I'd rather try something, and if it works, obviously great. And if it doesn't, well, at least I made the effort to try and change.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you're not going into that obviously just willy-nilly. You've got a reason why you want to make that change, and
Absolutely.
to you it's you're doing this for this reason, and this is why I'm doing it, and you have to believe in it, and your players need to know that you're confident in doing that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it, the players having the trust in the coach to make the changes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Toppler Roses are looking at a potential 8-0 sweep here.
This would be crazy.
Which would be really, really
Wow.
big, seeing as how this is a 2-game match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're forcing Motor City to do what you just did to them. Oh. Wowza.
And the thing about bowling is an 8-0 sweep is actually very hard to do.
Oh god, it's so hard.
Very hard to do.
Great shot by Parker. He seemed really pumped up with that one, knowing just what it means.
Yeah. $286.
And Parker is going to be over 3.
Yeah. Good place for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice ball.
So that is a 678 double for Parker.
Yeah.
Not too bad playoff performance there.
Nope.
Oh, big shot for Linda. Daryl answers back. Pressure is on.
Oh no. Oh, we got it.
I know it froze for a moment, but I heard that sound.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard the cheering.
That will be,
that's over. Yeah.
Yeah, nail in the coffin for that match there.
That was a really good move there too.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Yeah.
Kind of team effort, I think, between Rich and Stacy. Get me out, coach. And coach says, okay.
Yeah.
So Pam is looking fairly comfortable. I'm not going to say locked in, but well, with a strike like that, she is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She said, watch this, Tyler.
Sweet. Oh, wow. I did not see this coming.
No.
Nobody did.
Unprecedented. But the good news is, Motor City looks like they've maybe loosened up a little bit in this 10th frame here, getting some strikes. You know, maybe they can use that moving forward. Because as much as we are all in shock and awe right now, this is not over. There's a whole another game to play. And
a solid 10th frame too.
Yeah. You know, Motor City was the top team. They could go out and shoot a 1600, and if they take 8, that's a big total to cover.
Yeah.
This is a solid 10th frame from both teams. My goodness.
That's a lot of strikes. Holy cannoli.
That's a lot of strikes.
7 for 9 is a pretty good number for Toppler Roses up there.
Yeah, and Mayhem is not all that far behind them either.
Nope.
Something to be said about freewheeling at this point, right?
Exactly.
There's another one.
This is an insane number of strikes happening.
Yeah. It looks like both teams are free bowling.
Yeah.
Well, now we just want to put on a show for you.
That's right.
Come and see why we are the best in the country. You know what Motor City was looking for? Just beat Next Gen's 1020. That's all they were looking for.
So it's interesting. We were talking earlier about how Toppler wasn't playing all that great, and yet here they are, like knocking on their last game door where they played amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna beat their last game. Like their back
Absolutely.
half was
There you are.
incredible.
Absolutely amazing. Again, just goes to show how quickly
They had. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it just goes to show how quickly the game can turn around, right? It's never over till it's over.
Well, if you look at Toppler's back half from 6 on, that's a ton of strikes.
So
They
many
had
strikes.
4 opens. In 25
Yeah.
frames, they only had 4 opens.
There you go.
They're looking at, I mean, they got a shot at, I'm not that good at math. No, I think 1498. If I did math right. Now that's either aces or both those corners fell.
Right?
Aces! Oh!
Okay.
So you can see Connie is warming up. They are good to do that on the other side there. So that will do it. 8-0 for Toppler Roses over Motor City Mayhem in match 1 of, I don't, what would we call this? Like the Schwartz division A side final? I don't know. The number 1 seed versus the winner of the 4-5 match.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'd say I call it the quarterfinal. Sorry, I didn't mean to add me into the thing. I'm just sitting in the background doing my thing. You guys are doing a great job, so keep it going.
The quarterfinals it is.
Sure, we'll call it one of the quarterfinals. I guess it's not really a quarterfinal, but it kind of is because then there's a
Is it closer
semifinal
to,
next.
like, a page playoff?
No, maybe this is a semifinal. This is the Schwartz home hardware division. No, this is a division semifinal, because then there would be another semifinal, and the winner of this will go to the Schwartz division
final, the grand final.
Wow, we figured it out, hey?
There you go.
We'll need like conferences or something like that.
Yeah, you're doing great. I'm going to bring in the managers and keep her going, and then we'll do the commercial and move on to the next one. So interview here, and we'll set it up. They don't need to do an interview before we start the next one, or maybe they do. You ask them as it's going.
Okay.
All right. How much do we want to chat?
There we go. Give us
Well,
time
Toppler
to your
Roses.
cameras.
Well done.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Not much to say there. Solid bowling. We did, you know,
good.
you guys, your last 25 frames, 4 opens. That's it. Well done.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't tell them.
Okay.
It goes to their heads.
Yeah.
Parker and Rich are on this team, and Kevin.
Trust me, the ones that know
fair
that
enough.
open, they know.
You're right. Rich.
Steve, tough game for you guys. Not at all what you were
Yeah,
looking for.
tough. No, not at all. I mean, we only had through 6 or 7 frames. We only had 2 people with more than 1 strike. And so when they've got a few people throwing like that, it's an uphill battle. I mean, we finished strong, but they even outdid us. You know, we're trying to keep it close so that we can turn the table next game, and we had a good finish and lost pins. So they set the bar pretty high. That was a great game.
Yeah.
Well, game's not over. We will let you guys go and get set up, and then we'll hop into a commercial, and we'll start game 2.
Thanks, guys. Good luck, Steve.
No lineup
Good luck.
changes.
No lineup changes. Maybe
Yeah,
lineup
you guys
changes.
you need a couple.
Are you sure,
You need a few
Stacey?
minutes.
No, I think I got it figured out there.
I'm going
Okay.
to do a name change in the computer for you guys, but that's about it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Well, best of luck this one.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're definitely changing our lineup.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
Here we are.
Okay,
We're
nobody
here.
saw that coming.
Yeah,
No.
definitely wouldn't have had that on my bingo, that's for sure.
Yeah. So do we know
Speechless,
what
quite
the
speechless.
overall totals were from that first match?
I don't know.
14-15 for the Roses, and I think the score went away before the final
Okay.
bowler of the Mayhem went in, but last I had seen was 11-78.
Okay.
Okay, so
So does
maybe
that
like
mean the Mayhem have to beat them 8-0 and beat them
Make
by
up the
7 in
difference.
that
Their total.
total?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
not ideal, but doable.
It's 5-pin bowling.
It sure is. And we did get a confirmation in the change of lineup from Steve. So Mayhem will be going John, Ian, Linda, Connie, and then Jeff. And they have moved their bowling or their lane camera, so it hopefully won't be so shaky.
Okay. Did they change lanes too?
That was going to be my next question.
Okay.
I would be begging to get off that lane if I was them. And as Stacy said, no change. Oh, actually, it looks like they put Daryl in for Rich. Maybe one switch there.
I
And
guess
we're
they
off.
were just going with the lineup that they finished the
Yeah.
game with.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that shot, though not a strike, looked like it had a lot more energy and a lot more liveliness in it from Motor City. And I think that's going to be important here.
Yeah, I think that's how he was throwing the ball at the end of that first match. So
Yeah. Oh, so good. Out of
And
the hand.
Parker's
That was
still just throwing absolute fire.
I honestly wish for the viewers that their lane camera was actually on the other side, so you could just see a little bit better how his ball tracks into that right pocket and just how good it is. That sounded
good.
real good.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Alright,
definitely
Greg, I'm
look
gonna-
like they have more energy already.
Oh yeah.
They
100%.
came out. Yeah. It looked like they came out a little just slow.
Yeah.
And there's really
Greg,
nothing
did
getting
you?
the sound of a strike.
Mhm.
Oh, right. Except for maybe a 10-pin
good.
strike. Oh, there
True,
we go.
that's really
got some fire to
satisfying.
it.
Nice one.
Now,
Pam?
Greg, did you ever have the opportunity to not only play with, but to play directly in front of Bev on a team?
No, I never did.
No? Did you play
No,
together?
Yeah, we never did make a mixed team together, and so far we haven't made a senior masters team together either.
Interesting.
Yeah, that would be one of those bucket list type things. Would be great to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Connie,
I have had to
like
bowl against her in a match play event, single
Really?
game match event that we had in Red Deer the one year, and I came second.
Don't do that.
And does she ever let you live it down?
She never mentioned it once.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well,
That's just who she is.
A better person than I could ever be.
I'd like to think I'd be the same way, but I'm not sure.
Well, that was a good break. That was a good break, indeed. Well, I mean, Toppler starting off with 4 marks again. That's really all you can ask for.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you guys, but when
you're not going to go down easy.
No, that's usually my benchmark for a team is 4 marks a frame.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, well, hey, starting with 3 marks, that's a better start for Motor City. They're frame 1 of 10. Let's see what they can do with the other 9. Oh, a little tight. You could see right through, like he just really forced that one. That would have been a really nice time for a head pin spare.
Yeah. I know. I'd be interested as what John's ball speed is.
That's a good question. I'm going to say 56.
Yeah, he's 50 for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little high from Parker, but a good... Oh!
Bonus pin.
That, I believe, is a down pin.
It, in fact, it fell before anything came down, so...
Yeah.
Looks like their score camera, though, may be frozen. Oh, Ian, that was that thick shot that goes. We just talked about it.
And Ian even looks more aggressive right now than he did that first match.
Absolutely, you can see it, yeah. It's just that difference of, kind of like pulling out of that shot and maybe like looking to see what you got, as opposed to just really driving through right across your mark. It's so minute and so fine, but it makes such a big difference.
Yeah. The throwing it as compared to steering it, forcing it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now Parker not able to take advantage of that break, unfortunately.
He was probably wishing he had a chop off.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
That doesn't happen often.
No. Linda covering her chop off there, so a nice little 30 count to start. Playing with some nice round numbers up on the board. It's easy to do math this way.
Looks like Toppler's having a little issue with their scoring there all of a sudden.
Yeah, Stacy's just messaged in that they do have to reboot their score as it defaulted to alternating.
Oh.
Which, if anyone has not figured that out yet, we do not play alternating sets in Pro League.
Which is another interesting part of the game, right? With that Pro League. Yeah.
I was just going to mention, neither of you are playing on teams, but it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I bet it is. I mean, we don't even do that in our leagues
no.
Basically, I guess if we're... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the only thing that we do it in is like our 4-player bakers or our double tournaments.
Yeah, that's right. Or you're just practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that it is, even though it's odd, do you find that it's easier to get into a rhythm or more difficult?
A little bit of both. If you've got it, watching Parker, that first game, like if you've got the rhythm going, you've got the rhythm going. And that's definitely easy, especially if the rest of your team is going, because it's, you're on the same lane. It's like you're practicing. But if you're having to like work at it, it's tough to be on that same lane all the time. Like when you're warming up for whatever it is, like a Masters set or just your regular warm up before league, and you kind of get in that routine of like you punch 3 or 4 in a row on the same lane, and you're like, you just get flustered. Yeah. But you don't get to leave the lane. That's what I'm gonna blame my $1.59 on.
Yeah.
Except I threw a 380 on that set just before. So I don't know if I can really.
So obviously the oil broke down quite a bit in that time.
Must have. That's exactly what it was. Okay, looks like we are back up and running.
Ooh, great break.
And that break helped Connie. Woot woot. On the board.
At this point, they need to be just freewheeling and,
Yeah, absolutely.
Just throw it. Just.
I don't know if you guys have ever tried this or not. When you almost like reverse psychology yourself, going to a match where you're like, there's just a teeny tiny little chance, but you tell yourself, well, it doesn't matter, so I'm just going to go up and throw anyways, to almost like trick your brain into freewheeling.
Yeah.
It's my favorite trick. I love it.
You're trying to ease the pressure on yourself that,
yeah,
I just have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till you get to about frame 7 and you're like, oh, wait, there is a chance. And you think about it again.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, and that qualifying number, it seems like it's out of reach, and now all of a sudden, oh, maybe it is within reach.
Yeah.
And you're not a human bowler if you're not thinking about it.
No, that's true. So 2 little spares for Toppler.
Yeah. It's amazing how
spare, though.
In the past few years that as you're getting down to that last game and they're fighting for that qualifying spot, those last few spots and that, it's amazing how well the people that are in that position are playing well to qualify. In the old days, it seemed like everybody, everyone was going to drop 2-3 spots at the end. And now it seems like everyone is excelling and gaining 2 or 3 spots. So, yeah.
I mean, the prime example of that was Regina this year. I was like sitting, I think I was 24th or 20. I was in the 20s going into the last game. And I was like, okay, well, if things go the way they should, I might even be top 32 still.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, I end up not in the top 32 and like 13 people passed me. It was insane.
Yeah.
Like everybody was just so good.
Yeah.
And I think that really attests to what we've done with Pro League and what the 5-Pin Universe has done with the podcasts and the ladies podcast and really just keeping people engaged in the sport year round.
Yes. And there's an opportunity now where in the past, where if you're playing in these leagues and that, you're getting a chance to see yourself, how you've performed, and you're going to pick up on, okay, what am I doing wrong when I did this? And what was I doing when I didn't? Where, generations ago, there was no filming of anything. You had no record of how you were bowling.
Nope, you'd have to wait for TSN or CBCs to go through production and all that.
Yeah. So.
That's actually a really good point, because I do that every now and again, whether I played well or whether I didn't play well. If there's a live stream or something like that, I'll go back and I'll review my shots just to see, okay, what was it that I was doing that was making me so successful, or what was it that I was doing that was impeding my success? And like, to be able to have that feedback, that visual feedback, and then tie it together with the physical feedback is a really powerful tool.
Yeah. Well, you know how you felt at that position, and it's like, okay, now what was I doing there that is different than before? And seeing it, I mean, you can, again, sometimes you have no idea what you're doing differently.
Mm-hmm.
Technology.
Mm-hmm. You use,
which is why we're playing a match across the country right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great start for Ian.
Yes. So this is the point. You know, Toppler had a rough frame last frame. They had 3 opens and only 2 spares. If I'm Motor Mayhem, I'm looking to be aggressive with my choices here. Pull John, get a mark going. Everybody doubles, everybody marks, and not like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
let's get it in their head that there's a chance, right?
Yeah, looking at 8-0, you gotta go, and you gotta go from the start.
Yeah.
There's no playing it safe.
And you're probably going to make a move earlier than later for sure.
Yeah. Well, Pam getting away with that one just across the middle. Linda. Oh, I almost thought she was going to take that 15.
John actually was very close to sparing his head pin in at the top of this frame.
Yeah, I saw that.
He
picked
was.
out the 2.
Yeah. Good little cover by Pam to keep in control in that middle match. Let's see if that break helped Connie. I think it did. I think it did.
You're not going to see a
Watch
lot
out,
of
Kevin.
excitement out of Connie.
No, that's not her personality.
She's pretty matter of fact. You know, she'll have 8 or 9 of those in a row, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you was that or
that's
just pick
awesome.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll
I
look
wish I could
just
be
the
like that,
same
but I
if
can't.
she's if she's throwing well or if she's struggling.
Yeah.
She's always very, very even keel.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Now it's also not very often that she's struggling, so most of the time it's just that she's throwing bombs. Case in point, her massive 292 average throughout the duration of this season.
That's not a real number. That's not. In this format with that many games,
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
spread
Kevin's
out
gotta
over.
watch his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Spread out over, and she's driving in from Hamilton to sometimes play one game.
Yeah.
And they're in Oshawa. I don't know how far of a drive that is, but
No, great shot.
yeah, well done. All right.
All right. Toppler. They're doing what they need to do. They're just getting lots of marks.
Yeah.
And they're going to force the Mayhem to Motor City to really do something special here.
Absolutely. I'd say if this is not a strike, that's John's last ball. That's going to be my guess here. Oh, well, with Parker giving him one back. Does he get another one? No, so we have Ryan in for John.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still leaving Parker in, I think.
Yeah. He's played too good. What do we say? 678? Oh, you're pulled.
Yeah, that's right. You've lost it.
Yeah.
You want to see a mutiny on your team? Do that.
And that is how you lose trust in a coach.
That's how you lose trust in a team, you bet. Oh,
Yeah.
first puncher out.
All right, let's see if Ian can keep this going. Be a little life for the purples.
Look out. You can see that all the way.
Oh, not ideal.
No.
Nah, John's almost. Oh, John got 7. So Ian can get 7. Easy spare, John. Or Ian, sorry. Easy spare.
Yeah.
Daryl takes it.
Well, he was trying.
Oh, he gave it a chance.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, take the pin, keep himself, a little bit up in that match, and then back at it next frame. Pam, nicely done. Really solid. Yeah. She plays a risk with that little bit of a hook shot, but gosh, when it hits the middle, it's got a lot of stuff to it.
Absolutely.
Same, like Linda and her actually almost throw the same shot.
Yeah, I think the only difference is the angle at which they attack. Pam comes a lot more from the right side over, whereas Linda kind of throws a little bit sideways.
Yeah, goes across the front.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
But I agree, they throw a very similar ball.
Now, how many more balls does Kevin get? He finished strong that last game.
Yeah, you got Rich on the bench.
Yeah.
That's 3 opens in a row.
Yeah. And Connie's looks like she's found something.
Yeah. 3 and... Nope.
She did not look very confident in that.
She was happy to see that go down.
Yeah, a spare nonetheless. Take those when you can.
Yeah. You walk off the lane just a little bit faster with those ones.
I actually find sometimes that gives me a little bit more confidence when you're like, I threw a crappy shot just then and still got away with it. You got this. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, not two not ideal shots, but Jeff's got the chance for a spare, which is big for him.
Especially with Cello punching on that strike.
Yeah. 1, 2.
And Jennifer will be going in for Kevin next frame.
I dropped it.
He might have dropped the first one, but out of his hand on that second one, he knew that was his spare.
Yeah. Okay, last frame before our break here. Let's see if they can set themselves up for a big back half. Nicely done. Yeah, that little kid's fist pump almost looks like mine from that commercial.
I don't know. You fist pump a little more down.
I do. Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You're rethinking your decision to leave him in there, Coach?
Yeah, there you go. This is an interesting situation. All of a sudden, it's like they're up in like 4 matches.
Yeah.
Well, not the first one, so I guess, yeah, technically.
But then we have to look to the bottom because they have, 300 and some pins to make up?
Exactly.
I think it's just over 200.
Just over 200, okay.
Yeah, because they were just shy of 1,200 and just over 14.
Okay.
Yeah, 240, 238, 235, 257.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Daryl to get us the numbers.
Yeah, the score went away before I got the last bowler for Mayhem.
Uh-oh. So Connie's run comes
28, according to JB. That's a good spare there. Harold's just doing what he needs to do.
Yep.
This would be a big shot here for Pam.
Definitely. Nicely done. That was a good cleanup. 1187 was.
Oh, she gets the slider.
You know, when I was in youth, playing against Calgary at Youth Challenge and that, anytime they got a strike like that, they'd chant grease, 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 and it drove me up the wall. That was the one thing that got in my kitchen. Oh.
Tyler, you shouldn't be talking that stuff.
I'm older now. I'm old now.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Back then it did. Okay.
Yeah.
You see, so Jennifer came in and threw the strike for Kevin.
Yeah, quite a confident strike as well.
Yes.
Oh, Marcello.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Jen throw a not confident shot.
That's true.
She is such a beast on the lanes. My goodness, a force to be reckoned with.
And there
I
we
saw
have.
that move too, to put Rich in here, to give him a couple of balls before the break.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got Motor City with 4 gigantic marks and a double going into the back half, and Toppler with only 2 marks plus a double.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the turntables have turned, folks.
Yes.
We'll see after the commercial. Maybe.
Whoa.
Okay.
We're back.
All right. And we can see updated stats on the bottom there. Motor City did have an 1187, and Toppler Roses had 1415. So that is the difference they are trying to make up. And there's one more strike to get him a little bit closer.
And a no doubter out of his hand, he was already walking off the lane.
I haven't seen Ryan play much, but I have a little bit more in the last couple of years, and he is probably one of the few people who can do that and almost be right 100% of the time.
I love that.
I've never been able to do that.
Oh my gosh, me neither.
I'm
There are
so
ones
worried.
that
I'm
out of
gonna.
my hand, I'm throwing maybe a few fist pumps because it feels pretty good, but I still like don't trust it until they're actually
Me
down.
either.
You, you gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Yeah, just in case.
We had that. Oh, Daryl. Oh, well, a good shot. A good shot. We had that at a youth challenge one year. One of our players threw just an absolute bomb, turned around screaming, fist pumping, and our whole team just stood at the back and stared at him because he had a left corner.
Yeah.
And it didn't even wiggle. Didn't
Yeah.
even wiggle.
Yeah, there are definite ones where I'm like, okay, I'm 90% confident that that is like good, like we're good, but I will never
Yeah.
trust it until they're always down, all down.
Oh, hold there. Not quite. So, both our doubles missing slight left, giving Pam the lead.
Yeah.
That's a tough call to make as a coach because you know Linda has to make the jump on her somewhere. And
Yeah.
you've got someone on the bench. Oh, but that could be it.
Yeah. Even that much out.
Yeah. Sneaky, sneaky.
31.57. He picks us up for 160. There it is. Nope. Should have punched anyways. That always makes me feel better.
Right? Doesn't it
Yeah.
ever? Connie's looking a lot more like herself out there now, hitting the middle.
Yeah.
Putting pins in the pit. And Jen, oh, bomb.
Jen
She
just
loved
doing
it.
Jen, exactly what she does,
She loved it.
throwing absolute fire.
Nice. He liked that one too.
Oh, good ball.
Oh,
Rich.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. We got a bowling match on our hands, folks.
Yeah.
Great lines by both teams.
Yeah.
I know you only need 1 point, but boy, every match is close now.
Let me tell you, I've got a... Oh, that was a good shot. Really good shot.
And again, walking it off, did a quick little double check,
Yeah.
but was off before it hit the pins.
Oh, wow. That one doesn't go for Parker.
Yeah,
I've got a really good strategy. When you only need 1 point.
Yeah. Have
Let's
someone
see, I
start
think
with 9 in a row?
Yeah, that's a good strategy. Nice. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, that one hurts a little inside.
Spare by Parker.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
I've noticed a few of Parker's shots this game have gone into the left pocket.
Yeah. I wonder if he's almost like overthrowing a little bit, trying to get it there a little too much.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Just a little bit more to keep Mayhem alive.
Yeah. Keep the dream alive.
This is a really, really big shot for Linda here. Let's see. I think she'll execute. That looks good. That's a big ball.
I know I said we're not fortune tellers, but I think I might need to come and chat with you, Tyler.
I'm just very trustful of people. That's what it is.
And it was an absolute bomb, too.
Yeah.
Pam's got one right back, though.
And now that's a very
Oh,
nice
yeah.
It's exactly what they needed.
Things are getting exciting.
This is a huge shot here for Jen. It was a strike. She's up in the match. Get out of there.
No. Yeah.
Oh boy. 680 to 815.
That's something that the Mayhem are definitely going to be looking for, though, because not only do they have to sweep 8-0, they need to win by 228. 220. Oh, sorry, 229. They're down 228. So they would need to win by 229. So they're definitely going to be looking for lines like what they just put up, but also some stoppage to those runs from the Roses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, right now they are 3 points down in the third match, and they're up in every other match.
Yep.
Huge double there.
Yeah, that helps. That helps a ton. Alrighty.
Yeah.
The last 3 frames.
845, 713, and they've got 3 doubles going and 5 strikes.
I think Ian was a left corner.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was that great shot that just didn't go.
That's exactly.
I like that.
The one that we all thought was a strike.
Yeah. There's another one.
I
Boom.
love it. The out of his hand, walking it off. I could watch that all day.
Parker hit the right side, and left the left corner pin, not in the right pocket.
He's looking some revenge for frame 2.
Yeah.
He's got to keep marking those. Keep that total building. All right, let's see if Ian can stay with that nice aggressive shot. Oh, great ball. Oh.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Daryl's pushed.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh, crispy.
Someone got KFC out in the lane. That was crunchy. This is the match to watch, folks, right here.
Right there. Yeah.
All the poles. Actually, no. Both of. Oh. That was a lot happening.
Just happened all at once.
Take 2. Don't punch the head pin. Get something.
Both on strikes, both got sparables.
Yeah.
Stay 3 points.
30 counts or 30 counts.
Oh, no.
But
now
the count goes in favor. Now we're down 1. Oh, boy. And Mayhem does have 1 pull left.
That's right.
Interesting. So we're tied.
They're tied.
Oh, dear. So this is when we say, you don't need 1 point. You only need a half.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not wrong.
Oh, Jen looks way... Oh, I thought that was a better shot. I'm a little surprised. Connie definitely a touch fast on that shot.
Now, I'm of the mindset of 2 different types of head pins. One where you threw the ball absolutely terribly and you got a head pin. And one where you threw the ball well, but in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it results in the same thing, obviously. But when I'm throwing a terrible ball, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a head pin. But when I'm throwing the ball well and it just so happened, okay, maybe I didn't play the lane right. Maybe I didn't do whatever. That's a really easy fix, a really easy adjustment for me. I feel a little bit better about it. Maybe that's just like I'm trying to pep myself up and get over the head pin. But I definitely think I'm of 2 minds.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I think when she let go of that ball, it actually looked like it was a good ball.
That was huge now.
That's a real big turkey.
Yeah. 150 points in total difference.
Yeah.
So we
Mayhem
need
with one double at the top,
78 more, and yeah.
but Roses double at the bottom.
Yeah.
And a 3-pin spare.
Another 3-pin spare. How many of those have we seen tonight?
That's number 3.
I think
None
even
bigger,
more.
none bigger than that one though. That
Oh,
was
actually,
a
that's
huge
4.
one.
Yeah.
That was a big one, yeah. Because Pam
That
has
was
one in there
huge.
too, and Rich has got 2. Tasted his
Even
own
for
medicine, Rich.
just for the momentum alone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, you throw that 3-pin and you just, deflated. And then you spare it and you're like, oh, yeah, let's go.
1,000,000%. Because even with a 5, you could have thrown like a decent ball and just missed a
there's
little
another
bit.
one.
But a 3-pin is always a bad shot.
Yeah.
So coming back with that spare is such a good, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
There's a good chance for Parker there to get some points back.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, maybe a little too confident with the turn away on the 3-pin spares. That's a tough one to be sure. All of it?
Would have been a strike if the 3-pin was there.
Yeah. That's the one thing, and Parker has grown and improved tenfold as a bowler in the last short period, but I still find he tends to make an overcorrection when he misses the middle, just a tad.
Okay.
I've seen that shot a couple times from him, that miss left, and then just a hair right on the next shot.
Well, Daryl. All right, that one's close now.
Yeah.
224.
And that's a big hit to Motor City's total lead there, too.
224, 290, yeah.
They were looking at crossing the threshold of that 200 points. Oh, big shot. Yeah. Uh-oh. Where'd all these 3-pins come from?
They're trying to impress us with their spares.
It must be tense down there.
Oh.
It's tense here.
I know, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm afraid I might punch my laptop. Oh, great ball. Great ball.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit for the 10th frame. I might need to stand up.
I know. I've barely been able to even speak because I'm just so enthralled by the match, and I'm like mathing.
Big.
180.
Big.
Woo. Boy, it's going to come. It might come down to pinfall.
I know.
Crazy. So every point is going to be huge.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
See if Jen can set one up.
Oh, that's a great call.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How bizarre will this be?
I have no words. I
don't even know what to say.
I was just going to say, this is not anything you ever would have thought possible.
I mean, if you told me at the start of this match that it would have been a 8-0, 228 pin difference, I would have been blown away. If you told me going into the 10th frame that Mayhem could still win after that, that would be absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But the beauty of the game.
There it is.
Oh, that's
there
huge.
It is.
Wow.
They're over the hump, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. 205.
It's oh so close.
195 difference.
Yeah, and
oh dear.
It's 228 in the scores between the two of them,
Yeah.
so they need to win by 229. And of course, all 8 of their points, but
all 8.
Wow.
It's going to come down to Daryl's double.
This is literally
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the overtime of
hands.
Game 7. This is what this is right now.
crazy.
I'm sweating, but I'm cold.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, really, it comes down to the
Ooh.
Roses have to win the 10th frame. They have to win this
They really
frame
do.
and they'll win, right?
They can't give up anything here.
No. We got a break in the lead.
Oh, that's a miss.
Yeah. 30-15. It's a spare.
For everyone watching at home, if there's just an extended period of silence, it's because the three of us are just in awe
That's right.
of this match.
We're having a hard time believing it ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. That's big.
Yeah.
Oh.
15.
Don't adjust your Wi-Fi connection yet, folks.
Like, this is mind-blowing to me.
Hear this craziness.
Holy.
I don't know how we got here.
190. Oh, big 15-point gain there. Okay, they won that one.
Yeah. That's a great ball.
Wow,
That was.
great ball.
Oh my god.
Yep, that
Carol.
was like
Carol needs to answer.
perfection.
He's.
Oh
No.
no. Oh,
Oh no.
I don't know what to do. Like, I'm what?
Oh no.
Mayhem gets one extra strike. So we've got 2 strikes for Mayhem left, a spare for Toppler.
No.
Oh, just wide.
Yeah.
So we'll
man.
be even here. We'll be even, 15s and 30s. So we're looking 20.
Yeah. 180, 190, 150, 130.
So we got 170.
So 170 pins difference right now. Oh,
Big
that's big.
shot. Big.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh
She
my
knows it,
god.
too.
I think
Everybody
I've
knows
got
it.
gray hairs and
Like,
I gotta pee.
really
And...
hard. You can
Oh,
throw the
Linda.
double.
Oh, yes.
wow.
Oh my lord.
Sam's gonna have to do the same. And she was on a strike.
Anyone
She
who
was.
says bowling is not entertaining, you need to watch this right now.
Oh my god.
Two.
Oh no.
All
Okay,
right,
30 is
count.
30. 30 is 30.
Yeah.
We had the best possible matches you could. The first match down to the 10th frame, huge scores, 8-0, and now we're looking at 8-0 again.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a big break for them.
what is going on?
Like, I don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah.
So Linda will take the match,
Yeah. 65
but
there, yeah.
she doesn't lose pins because she was on a strike. We're looking at
185 difference.
185.
Yeah.
They're gonna need a little bit of help.
Yeah. Get it.
Oh.
It's moving.
Oh, those black bases can't help you that much, I guess. Wow, big shot. So that match is locked up. We are
Huge
now
spare here.
4-0.
Huge spare. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no.
What did we say about the goat?
The goat.
Crazy.
And for everyone's viewing pleasure, we do have the running totals down at the bottom. 2261 to 1961 is the 100 points. Big, huge.
Finish. 1278. So there's 202 pins difference. So somehow they have
need
to less than 26. They have to. All comes out.
How did we get here? Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Literal silence.
Yeah. We don't have to say anything. Let the match do the talking.
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Rich.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
What?
Oh, he needs the spare.
Oh
What
my
is
god.
happening?
Gotta have the spare.
What is happening?
197 difference.
What is bowling?
Yeah. He needs
What?
the spare.
Get them all.
Got
Get
it?
them all.
Oh.
Oh.
I think that's it. 1298. He
That's it.
can get. Yeah. He can get 5 more. He can get 1313.
And there
That's
you
not
have
enough.
it.
There. Yeah.
8-0.
Oh my god.
8-0, and they're not going to carry the total.
What did we just say about how difficult it is to go 8-0?
Yeah.
We,
Hasn't happened all year, and it happens 2 consecutive games in a row.
what just happened?
1303.
1303. To
Wow.
11.
I have no
16.
words.
Who'd have thought it'd come down to the second ball in 10?
I can't get this was
24.95.
absolutely
So
incredible.
What the heck?
234.
So ultimately, after an 8-0, 8-0, 41 pins determined the difference between these two teams.
25-31. Yeah. Holy smokes.
Wow. Bowling. Ladies and
Crazy.
gentlemen.
That is crazy.
I don't
even know what to say.
mean, happy Monday Night Bowling, Canada.
This is just gonna have to be the
Yeah.
regular time slot or something, because move aside Monday Night Football.
Holy.
This is like Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Good
know
game,
what to
guys.
say.
We're here absolutely
Good game.
flabbergasted right now.
Yeah.
Literally bowing.
Did we
to
make your guys' Monday night? Yes, we did.
Oh,
We made your guys'
1,000,000%.
Monday night.
Wow.
Oh my
Said Monday
god.
Night Football, go away. Monday
Right?
Night Bowling is here to stay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Steve,
You
at what point in
guys.
the match going in did you think, okay, we've got a chance?
At what point?
Yeah.
You know what? 4 or 5 frames in, we started throwing better and got a couple runs going. And I know how a couple doubles here and there, and you can pick up pins in a hurry. Plus, we were hoping on the other end, if we start getting a bit of a lead in totals, they start worrying about the matches, and we start adding to the totals. But I mean, we pretty much caught them in the 8th frame there, and then let them up a bit, and then we both had decent finishes, and that we can't. We dug ourselves too much of a hole, and they had a great first game. But yep, no, I'm proud of the way I'm proud, but not surprised the way they battled back.
Yeah.
Incredible. Please go give your team a big round of applause from all of us, because that takes guts and tenacity and just skill. That was impressive.
Well, we were just discussing how
congratulations.
difficult 8-0 is in bowling, and to have both teams do that and have the total pinfall come down to 41 pins separating the two of your teams, we couldn't even speak for almost a full frame. We didn't even know what to say.
Yeah.
And it might have only been 31, if my math's right, but.
Yeah.
But
It might have even been.
no, it was
absolutely insane.
You know, the way we played the first game, I know with the pride that my team has and stuff. If they were going to go down, it was going to be swinging. Especially basically our 2 worst games of the year were against Toppler too. The first time we played them and the first game. So even Connie struggled, picked her brains out the one game and won out of there, and then she was kind of shocked. I put her in the 4-hole, and I'm like, you know what? I knew she's the best adjuster I've ever seen. I knew she'd figure something out, and no, I'm proud of them. They battled hard, and hats off to Toppler. That's not an easy, it's not easy when you start chasing and they're starting looking at the board. Mm-hmm. Where are we going to get a point? Where are we going to get a point? And a couple matches start going south. It's no, you guys had a couple of your people had clutch finishes too. So, no, hats off to you. Should be good the rest of the way. I mean, our division's been so close and so many good teams throughout the year. I'm not surprised it came down to all the games. No. Well, the total of these 2, but and the first game. But should be exciting the rest of the way, and we'll definitely be watching with interest. But the way we finished, we can't be too disappointed.
Yeah. No. Congratulations.
Yeah, definitely. Hats off to you and your team.
Incredible debut season. New team, and you absolutely dominated. You guys are ones to watch for all of the seasons to come. Well done.
Yeah. No, definitely. We appreciate that. I'll pass it along. And great season for you guys too, Stacy and Tyler. And the rest.
Hey, thanks, Steve.
The rest will be
playing these games late at night. Hey, it's easy. It's our time here, right? It's early here, but super late for you guys. We appreciate that we could get this in with every weekend being jam packed with stuff at this point in the schedule. But thank you guys.
No, the way the schedule looked, the rest of the next month and a half is crazy anyway. So would have been scrambling anyway. But no, good job. Good luck the rest of the way, Toppler, and you too, Tyler, and Holy Rollers. Thanks. Should be exciting the next round.
All right.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Words, thoughts, feelings. Do you need new underwear?
Remember the first 2 games that we played today. That's what I'm remembering right now.
Yeah.
Wow. I think they were hungry, as in food wise. So we had I had brought in some pizzas, but because I think we're bowling at 5 and then 6 and 7, going through dinner. Everybody's worked all day, so I think that was kind of one, as Tyler, nutrition. You got to eat, right? But I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the worst case scenario playing out in your mind as a bowler and a coach. And then you kind of were watching it unfold, and you're I can't say what I want to say because, we want younger people to watch this. So, yeah. I mean, it in the end, I guess, it worked out. It worked well for the Roses, but the good thing they had a good first game. But, I mean, shit happens, right? And they ended out on the winning part of it, so that's it, right? And that's how we walk away today. I mean, we would have rather walked away with a few more points, but at the end of the day, we're playing in another round, so that's what you have to remember, right?
Yeah.
Not to toot my horn, Stacy, but I gave you guys a masterclass on what to do when you need 1 point, and none of you did it.
Legit, do you know how much I talked to Parker today about that? I think everybody in the entire bowling world knows how much you actually have to talk to Parker. You have to always talk to Parker because he's always got to keep talking to you. So, but we had Kevin here for that. Kevin was pacing and sweating, and it is what it is. It's a win. Doesn't feel like a win, but it's a win.
Well, Kevin was actually all the rest of us. We were pacing and sweating and we didn't even know what to do with ourselves. That was an absolute.
As much as we wanted to see an exciting final, none of us could actually think that was possible. That another team would come back and do the exact same thing. So
remember last match. I want you guys to know. We talked about how Daryl and Carrie call all of us and say, make it exciting. Just regular Monday Night Bowling. We could have our own version of "Come On, Man" right now.
Well done.
No,
Good for the
bowling
ratings.
by both teams.
Yeah,
there you
great
go.
for the ratings.
Yes. Well, congratulations, Coach. Some excellent bowling from
Thank you.
your teams. Yeah, I guess we will
That's
see
it.
Toppler Roses in the next round. And, Motor City, congratulations again. And thanks for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you so much, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
Thanks,
commentating
guys.
on a Monday night. It's not
Yeah.
always, 3 matches, so that's a little bit late. But Tyler, good luck
Thank
against
you.
the Holy Rollers.
Hope to
Yeah.
see you there the next round.
Maybe I'll commentate
Like
for you.
last year.
And it better be exciting.
Well, I mean, you're either getting 1600 or 1020, so.
That's basically what we just did, I feel like.
Yep.
You're
Yeah,
not totally
that sets
wrong.
up a nice 8-0 scenario.
Oh,
Yeah.
Another one for the history books, right?
there you go.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah, great job,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good summer.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
What a Monday night, guys.
What a great show,
I
guys. You
had,
did.
like
Yeah. What a night.
6
Good job.
cheeseburgers and
We
7
didn't do
drinks.
anything. We just got to watch.
We did. Well, good job. We'll wrap this up. Thanks for everybody sticking with us. I think you were somewhere closer to 100 viewers watching, listening. Couldn't have asked for a
Wow.
better show. Yeah. Hey.
Well, I'm just looking through the comments on the side,
And if
and
anyone
Monday
gets
Night
the
Bowling here to
Yeah.
stay, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
great
That's awesome.
entertainment, and that was
Amazing.
crazy.
So just we'll wrap it up here.
That's
May
exactly what I
7th,
was about to say. If
Sunday.
you had a chance to go
Sunday.
look at the comments, definitely
Yeah,
take a look at
definitely.
that because it's
So Sunday
Wowza.
morning we have the Eclipse playing the Kingpins, and then the winner of that will take on the Dream Crushers. Are we going to have a repeat? Question mark? Just put
I
it
don't
out
know.
there.
I just never thought that would be
Whoa.
possible.
we just
Yeah.
had an 8080. Is there
Yeah.
ever anything that we can predict anymore? I have no idea.
Yeah. All
I
right.
called
Thanks,
one strike
guys.
the whole night.
Yeah. Thanks
Thanks,
for doing
Daryl.
this. I appreciate your time. We'll wrap it up. Awesome 5-pin universe world. Thanks for sticking with us. You guys are great. See you
Have a
around.
great night.
Thanks.
See you later,
Enjoy
guys.
it.